home.
I beg your pardon.
In your car, in your Bible, on your person, in your church. You will be sentenced to 30 days in jail.
I beg your pardon.
During which time you will get African Reconstruction Psychotherapy, so you can learn how to worship a God that looks like you. 30 days in jail, community service, African Reconstruction Psychotherapy, since you're still in love with a white Jesus.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
How we doing, young kings? Stay focused. Y'all know the rules. Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never. Never.
Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never. Black queens forever. Snow. Bunnies never. Black queens forever.
Y'all know the rules. Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never.
Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never.
At the end of the day, when all of you biatches are talking about the man gotta make more, he gotta step up, more, it's not right, it's not fair, oh my God, you're poor, you're a bum, crusty, crusty, ashy. We're not gonna settle. No settling. We're not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. Hey, not gonna settle. Got a new song, y'all. Anyway, got it. Settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. Hey, not gonna settle. Oh my God. Settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. Hey, not gonna settle. Oh my God. Oh my God. Settling, not gonna settle. No settling, not gonna settle. No settling, not gonna settle. Hey, not gonna settle. Oh my God. Settling, not gonna settle. No settling, not gonna settle. No settling, not gonna settle. Hey, not gonna settle. Oh my God. Settling, not gonna settle. No settling, not gonna settle. No settling, not gonna settle. Hey, not gonna settle. Oh my God. Settling, not gonna settle. No settling, not gonna settle. No settling, not gonna settle. Hey, not gonna settle. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
You got to on y'all breast, booty, thighs, lips. That's the word on the hook.
Breast, booty, thighs, lips. That's the worm on the hook, y'all, in case you didn't know. Breast, booty. Breast, booty, thighs. Breast, booty, thighs. Breast, booty, thighs. Breast, booty, thighs. Breast, booty,
don't wear drawers.
What's she wearing?
Nothing.
Just some pussy flapping.
Mm-hmm.
Mayor, you put on some on there stanky hole. It don't stink. We'll put on some. It smell like roses. Lord, help me, I pray. And don't turn me loose, Jesus. Don't pray for my twat.
She don't wear drawers.
What's she wearing? What's she wearing?
She don't wear drawers.
What's she wearing?
Nothing.
Pussy, 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 pussy flapping.
Mm-hmm.
Pussy, 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 pussy flapping.
Mm-hmm.
Pussy, 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 pussy flapping.
This my shit.
Pussy flapping.
Mm-hmm.
Lord, help me, I pray. Pussy, 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 pussy flapping.
Mm-hmm.
Pussy, 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 pussy flapping. Pussy, 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 pussy flapping. Pussy flapping. Pussy flapping. Stanky hole, 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 stanky hole. It smell like roses. 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 It smell like roses.
She don't wear drawers. She don't wear drawers. She don't wear drawers. She don't wear drawers. She don't wear drawers.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
Some other time.
I really need this money, Nate.
I'm gonna let you know right now. Your mama's a hoe. It doesn't matter that that's your mama and what your certain feelings about her. Your mama is a hoe. She's a hoe.
I'm selling coats. I'm selling coats. I'm selling coats.
I beg your pardon.
I'm selling coats. I'm selling coats.
I'm supposed to feel sorry for that bitch. I don't.
Because I've lost all respect for that bitch. BICTH. And I'm standing on it.
Because y'all got false narratives out there and y'all should be ashamed of y'allself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power.
My man.
I put your pink, my booty hole brown. What a niggas, I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing nigga, come suck a bitch toes. Pound town, just left pound town. Put your pink, my booty hole brown. What a niggas, I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing nigga. Oh, yeah.
See my man.
I put your pink, my booty hole brown. What a niggas, I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing nigga, come suck a bitch.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
The racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
Yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? I got into my Uber. What did I see?
We having a show. What are you doing?
We're having a show. Mick said I couldn't help it. I can't help it. If I wanted to, I would have
You
helped
don't just randomly start fucking singing. You don't just you got Tourette's?
Hmm?
You got Tourette's? You bought a microphone and got Tourette's?
What? What do you have Tourette's? What?
You don't just fucking be in the middle of a show and just start singing shit.
Soon as I get home from work, and I never die, never let you down.
I love you.
As long as 'Cause I'd give you love. Oh, that's that shit. That's Babyface. Your bills are covered. Ooh, baby. As soon as I get home from work. That was that shit. Why are you angry? Why you have an angry face? I'm done. I'm closing this shit out, man. Ain't no pleasing these motherfuckers out here.
We're done. We're done. We're finished.
Shut the fuck up. Shut all the way the fuck up until you reach the top of Shut Fuck Mountain, where there are no more fuck ups to shut.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. Then you get off the car. Are you looking sad? Free child place holidays available. 22.
Hold your body. Whatever it is you want from me. Baby, you see, you don't have to say nothing. I know your body was something. And it's easy for me to see that your body's calling me.
You don't think you're hurting people singing?
Who I'm hurting out here? I'm helping you in your funky show. I don't see nothing wrong.
You think you're helping?
A little bump and grind. I don't see nothing wrong.
Then Joy Reid is probably the same.
I don't have a problem with.
Then Joy Reid is probably the same. She's from the Congo, you know.
I don't have a problem with.
For her family in the United States.
She could do what she wanted to.
For her family in the United States.
She could do what she wanted to.
What kind of shit is that?
Shut up, bitch!
I don't have a problem with.
You're the kind of woman that I could give a lot of game. As much as you retire, love, well, maybe you don't have to ask. And I'd give you love. Hey, that's that jam. I'll buy your clothes. I would cook your dinner too. Soon as I get home from work.
Joy Reid.
That thing fine, boy.
Sweetie.
Oh, you said.
Bitch. I ain't gonna never stop loving you, bitch.
Joy Reid it? No.
Clip. That's what I'm talking about. Talk your shit, nigga.
We like free stuff. So we came out here to get all this free stuff. But then the car saying, you can't get the free stuff. What? Cause the people want to take it. And how y'all gonna take some stuff that ain't even yours? It's free.
So I got my 2 baskets and pick the bus or whatever.
Wait a damn minute.
We get down here, we get some free stuff.
We're already in a recession. Times are hard. Why not just let us get the items and invest and be okay? We are Black women. We care about our crown. Why not give back to the community and let us get the product? The tools, any other eviction.
Hey there, besties! Of course, I forgot to put this damn thing in my ear again. Testing. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. All right, I hear it. Hey there, besties! What's going on? We back. Shout out to Thursday. Okay, shout out to Thursday, child. What the hell is going on here? The sun is beaming down. At least it doesn't look as crazy with the background. So the person that told me that I should get rid of the background, it was a good choice. All right. So then that means I got to start getting stuff for the wall now. Maybe. Let's see. We'll see how we figure that out. You know what? Where's Theo? I need to find out where he gets that. He got a scrolly thing and he can change what it says. I'm going to get me one of those because then I'm going to say, I'm not even going to tell y'all what I'm going to say. I'm going to put it right here so it can scroll while I'm getting one of those. I got to go and text Theo and find out what the hell that's called. A scrolling marquee or something so that I can go ahead and put up there what I need to put up there. I saw Queen say something about the mic because we're gonna do karaoke. Okay, so let me see. Did I do this right? Hold on a second. Is that it? I think that's it. Hold on. Sorry. Where I'm at? There you go. There's the damn mic. That's where you get the mic from. Okay. But shout out to y'all for coming back. If you weren't here earlier, that's okay. You didn't miss anything. So we're moving on. We got to do a Thursday night show. We got to talk about KamKam. KamKam is back. Okay. So KamKam wrote a book. And it sounds like she talking about everybody. These biatches. I tell you, good and trustworthy for shit, okay? For shit. Can't trust them. Allegedly. But don't forget, gentlemen, SYCBM, okay? You're not going to hear anything different from me because it's y'all's responsibility to make sure that y'all get on up out here and marry these women. And I got a good section for y'all, a good group of women for the... I got a good group of women for y'all at the end. Okay, so make sure you stay tuned because, I got you, Reaper. I got you, okay? Anyway... All right, so I got that. And basically, a couple other things we got to catch up on. Crime is Down. Not a lot. I think I might do a Crime is Down full episode on Saturday. So next time I'll be back, I'll do a lunch show tomorrow. And then Saturday, we'll do a full show on Saturday morning and then Sunday morning. Okay, so that's what the weekend is looking like. No show for me tomorrow night, just for a lunch show. We'll see what I got to on tap in order to do that. You know what? I forgot earlier today. Apologies. Let me thank Kev G for sending me a Cash App. I appreciate you, boo, and I apologize for not seeing this earlier. And he says, for the great content and your realness. Thank you so much for your support and for always being here. I don't know why this thing is not alerting me. TLA has it where he got it on his computer and you can hear it every time it comes through. I got to figure that out too. Anyway, so people been carrying on about this KamKam shit, okay? And I was going to ask y'all if you wanted me to read her book, but I'm like, no, okay? I ain't got the patience to sit there and read that. Now, I don't know what to do. Maybe I should do a giveaway. So in case anybody, any of you gentlemen need this book, How to Marry and Date the Right Black Woman, okay? Because we done with this pamphlet, okay? What if I just send it back to Amazon? That'd be so trifling. Yo, wait. Where'd the mic? Daniel said burn the book. Did we learn anything? Did we learn nothing? Yeah. Anyway, no, I won't burn the book. I'm not a book burner. But let me go ahead and get this party started because, child, I ain't got all night. I'm tired. Oh, before you even ask, Reaper, this mic is echoing, so I might as well use it. Before you even ask, I made shrimp, spinach, and rice. Nice and healthy. Shout out to me. And now I'm eating a protein bar. And maybe later I'll have some popcorn, hopefully. Maybe, if I feel hungry. So before you even ask, now you know, all right? Anyway, let me see what's going on around here. Y'all been sending me so many freaking emails. I can't even keep up. It's so much going on, y'all. It's ridiculous. Okay, we are on members only mode right now. I will change it over in about 15 minutes, actually, because we're going to get right into KamKam. It's not going to take too long, okay? Let me go ahead and hope the StreamYard want to stream today. I am learning Streamlabs. I am like learning it right now. Okay. So hopefully I can get rid of this damn expensive ass StreamYard. Funky ass, as JP says, StreamYard. Okay. So child, there's a sniper SHOOTing at a Dallas ICE facility, heard on a video phone call. I don't know what is going on. What is going on? I think Reaper may have sent this to me.
And now to a sniper shooting in Dallas, Texas was heard on a video phone call. A woman was in her car outside the ICE detention center when those shots were fired.
And this is a look at some of the damage that was done. A window and a framed American flag now broken from bullet holes. The gunman reportedly killing a detainee and seriously injuring 2 others.
And now the FBI is investigating the shooting as a, quote, an act of targeted violence. Outside a Dallas ICE facility, multiple gunshots rang out Wednesday morning as a woman waited in her car for her mom to finish an immigration appointment. The Department of Homeland Security says a, quote, sniper, identified by sources as 29-year-old Joshua John, fired at the ICE facility from a nearby rooftop, shooting 3 detainees, killing 1, and then himself. No law enforcement was injured. Officials have given little information about a possible motive, yet Vice President J.D. Vance blamed inflammatory rhetoric from Democratic leaders and the media.
The immigration.
Oh, J.D. Do we know anything yet? How old is this video? I feel like this may have happened yesterday. I don't think it happened today. JD, come on.
And Customs Enforcement Facility was opened fire upon by a violent left-wing extremist, a person who wrote anti-ICE messaging on their bullets. And there's some evidence that we have that's not yet public, but we know.
Well, if it's anti-ICE, then why the hell are they SHOOTing the detainees? And then they just say that a detainee was taken out of here, or at least SHOT'd, right? Ain't that what I heard? Y'all, this is getting ridiculous. Let me rephrase. More ridiculous.
This person was politically motivated.
Republican Senator Ted Cruz.
How do they know that already, though? How? They missed? I thought they said they SHOT'd somebody. Somebody got hit.
Called for an end to political violence.
To every politician.
Damn, you look bad. Why do you look like a werewolf?
Who is using rhetoric, demonizing ICE and demonizing CBP. Stop.
This shooting was at least the 4th instance of violence or threats at an ICE or Customs and Border Protection facility in Texas this year. One of those instances was a bomb threat in August at the
shout out to Texas doing a damn thing.
Same facility where Wednesday's shooting happened.
Okay.
We're a country and a city that needs prayer.
The 2 detainees.
Sir, I think it's more than that, but praise the Lord, okay? I'm never going to say no to the Lord. But people are going to have to find their minds, because I feel like people have lost their rabbit-ass minds, okay? I know that's an old saying, I'm old, but people have lost their rabbit-ass minds.
These who were shot remain in critical condition. We know one of them is a Mexican national.
Oh, no. I don't understand, y'all. Oh, wait, is this him? Hold on. Update?
And new details are emerging right now about a deadly shooting that happened at the Dallas ICE facility. Now, in the last 20 minutes, FBI Director Kash Patel has released a social media post saying that the shooter, Joshua John, had downloaded a document listing Homeland Security facilities.
That's right. He also said in a handwritten note that it was recovered that read, hopefully this will give ICE agents real terror. Authorities are back at the scene today.
Child, people is crazy, y'all. Okay? Y'all be careful, because people is crazy.
Continuing their investigation, we have just learned at 1:30 today, officials will be providing updates on that shooting. The gunman killed 1 detainee and hurt 2 others before taking his own life just hours after.
Okay, yeah, they said 1 detainee and 2 others, right? Ain't that what he said? That means the people who were in the facility. Child, no aim whatsoever.
The shooting, the FBI started searching.
No one should be SHOT'd, okay? Nobody. That's not what I'm saying. Because, child, I know y'all waiting. Not y'all, you know what I'm saying.
The home of the accused gunman, Joshua John, just north of Dallas in Fairview. Authorities also went to a home in Oklahoma, also linked to his family. As the investigation continues, the case is now at the center of a political debate over what motivated this attack. NBC's Priscilla Thompson is in Dallas with more.
Yeah, authorities say that the gunman fired multiple rounds into this building from a rooftop of another building just behind.
Now, people better start looking up at rooftops, because clearly that's the new thing.
And it killing 1 detainee and injuring 2 others. And we are now learning from my colleague Gabe Gutierrez that according to ICE officials, there are around 8 to 10 detainees in all who were inside that van. We heard the acting ICE director yesterday saying that there were agents and officers who actually went in to try to get them out as they were taking fire. We're also learning more about the suspect, with police and investigators saying that while no officers were injured, they do believe that this was an attack on law enforcement, that they found shell casings next to the shooter that read anti-ICE. And we know that the shooter has been identified as 29-year-old Joshua Jan. NBC News.
What, people? What is going on, y'all? Not a surprise, but what the F? If y'all don't get a hold of what the fuck is going on with these men out here wilding, what is the problem? What is going on? What is going on? Child, he looked like he needs somebody to hug him or something, child. Did his mom and dad not hug him when he was young or something? Look at his hair. Child, hair, same thing. It's just scraggly and white. That's all. Yeah. He looked like the typical usual suspect. Oh, Queen said the same thing. Looked like the usual suspect. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Spoke with his older brother, who said that he did not know him to have particularly strong feelings about ICE or to be particularly political on one side or the other. NBC also spoke with a former Boy Scout leader who had known the shooter as a teen and in recent years, who said that he had heard him speak in recent years about immigration, specifically when they were discussing a caravan of migrants that was coming to the U.S. And the shooter was saying that he was upset that people did not seem to understand the desperation of people trying to leave a bad situation. The shooter also saying that he was upset with the immigration system in the U.S. And all of this is happening as you have President Trump and folks from his administration blaming people on the left and Democrats for what he calls rhetoric that is against ICE and against law enforcement for the reason for this attack. But investigators on the ground here say that they are still exploring a possible motive. Back to you.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, there you go. All right. Well, that's it. Child, white people crazy too. All right. I'm just saying, moving on, child, moving on. Good luck to those people and see what happens next. Because Texas is right there next to Mexico. So aren't they, isn't that like a regular thing for them? I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm just asking questions. All right. Let's see. I got crime is down. Let's see, shoplifting incidents surge 68% in Southeast Baltimore. Oh no, somebody is lying because crime. Siri, if I wanted you, your ass wouldn't come. Anyway, crime is down, y'all. Never forget that crime is down.
Shoplifting incidents are surging in Southeast Baltimore. That's according to data from Baltimore police, showing a 68% increase compared to this time last year.
As Fox 25's Rebecca Pryor reports, area businesses are paying the price.
Every day, somebody coming to get something that they don't want to pay for.
At this Royal Farms in Brewers Hill, employee Lee Evans
I've been working here for 3 years now.
says shoplifting at this store is worse than ever before.
Multiple times a day?
All day long.
In fact, just a few hours before we arrived,
Just recently today, a lady came in and she started stealing sunglasses. It can't be stopped or it's nothing can be done about it.
The 7-Eleven across from the Canton Crossing Shopping Center has also seen the same shoplifting surge.
Ma'am, is this work appropriate outfit you got on here? I'm sorry. Ma'am, what are you wearing?
The 7-Eleven across from the Canton Crossing.
Is this work appropriate for what you do? I guess so. That skirt is cute though. Anyway, so when the 7-Eleven leaves the community, then what?
Shopping center has also seen the same shoplifting surge. Take a look. The sign reads, "No backpacks allowed in the store anymore." It's also had to cut back its hours, no longer open 24/7, instead closed between midnight and 5 a.m.
It was like terrible.
earlier this year, the 7-Eleven security cameras capturing about a dozen teenagers stealing items off the shelves.
Not the kids. No, somebody is lying.
The store manager tries to confront them, but then the thieves turn violent, slamming him against
Oh, no, not violent thieves. And they look like, all right, I'm going to let it go.
the wall.
I said, you have to pay for that. Then he started pushing me. Things are getting very, very worse, especially with the kids.
According to data from BPD, shoplifting is skyrocketing in the Southeast District, jumping from nearly 400 incidents this time last year to more than 650 so far this year, a 68% increase.
No, I believe it. That's why a lot of business around here closed because they stole so much out of it.
No, sir, no. Somebody is lying around here. Ain't no way. It just ain't no way that crime is up 68% when crime is so down. Ain't no way that businesses are closing up because of stealing and theft. You don't know. They have to feed their families. We know. He must not know. We know.
For what's driving the rise, that's driving out business. Baltimore police point to opportunistic thefts, repeat offenders, and incidents involving young people. In response, police say they're stepping up patrols in the area, focusing on stores hit the hardest and partnering with juvenile services and community groups to deter young offenders.
Oh, community groups, the good old community groups, yeah.
They are not scared of anything. They think like...
I wonder why they're not scared of anything, sir. Say it again.
Juvenile services and community groups to deter young offenders.
They are not scared of anything. They think like it's fun.
But for local businesses, it's a serious problem.
We wish that we can get some help.
Rebecca Pryor.
Because we really need it bad.
Fox 45 News.
Sir.
I'm Mary Bubala. Thank you.
Sir, I'm going to need you to get a new job. Sir, just get a new job. Get on up out of there. Just start looking now because I'm telling you. That store going to be closing down within 6 months, and they're going to say, how dare you do this to the community? We need this store. Okay. My apologies. Thank you so much, Boo. He said, don't even stream if you've got that same attitude as lunchtime with your rude ass girl. I didn't have an attitude. I was just telling it like it is. Like I do. Okay. Don't start with me, sir. I'm out, Ninja. I'm out here to jack shit tonight. As you always do, from me anyway. Nothing new there. Anyway, thank you so much, Trina. I appreciate you. Let's go ahead and see about a different type of crime, y'all. Okay. Pause. Let me get the screen over here. So in DC, shout out to DC. DC's former ONZ deputy director sentenced for accepting $10,000 in cash bribes. In case you didn't know. They doing a damn thing.
Today, the former deputy director of a DC public safety agency.
Yo, her dress is nice. Did we hear this story already? I like that dress, girl. Where you get that dress from, girl?
She pleaded guilty earlier this year to taking a $10,000 bribe, which she describes as, quote, a lapse in judgment.
And today,
it's just a lapse in judgment, y'all. Have y'all taken $10,000 before, Bueller? And you could just say it was a lapse in judgment. That's all. Not a big deal.
Dana McDaniel was sentenced to 16 weekends behind bars, more than 3 years on probation, and 6 months on house arrest. Our Washington, D.C. reporter Felicia Ashley is joining us live from the D.C. Bureau tonight.
Yeah, Felicia, you were in court today, and the judge said that government employees need to learn a lesson. What happened?
That's right. And he said that lesson is if you're a government employee and you get involved in these pay-to-play schemes, that there will be consequences. And
not the pay-to-play schemes. No, who does that? Who does that? I can't imagine.
Today, Dana McDaniel felt some of those consequences. Now, today in court, we heard for the first time why she claims she got involved in all of this. She said
why she got involved in criminal activity. Come on, guy.
That she said no multiple times when she was propositioned with this bribe. She said she eventually said yes. She claimed.
Hold on.
Today, Dana McDaniel felt some of those consequences. Now, today in court, we heard for the first time why she claims she got involved in all of this. She said that she said no multiple times.
She said no multiple times.
She's propositioned with this bribe. She said she eventually said yes.
She eventually said yes. So you know what that means? That means it's the fault of the person who was offering her the bribe over and over and over again. That's the problem. The problem is the person that kept trying to get her to take the bribe. So in my mind, if somebody offered me a bribe after I said no, I'd be going to report them because I'm pretty sure that I'm supposed to do that. Allegedly, I'm going to assume that I'm required to do that. And just imagine if they came back again. Ma'am, don't that seem a little weird if you said no, that they're going to come back with their illegal activity and come back to you yet again? She said no. Then they come back again after you done said no twice. And then all of a sudden you said, you know what? Give me $10,000. Ma'am, seriously? And you didn't report this to anybody? And that didn't sound like, maybe this is a bit of a setup. Why are they targeting me? There must have been a reason, ma'am. Allegedly. Thank you, Boo. He said, I'm the anti-jacked. I don't even jack. That sounds so nasty. Anyway, come on, child.
She claims that she fell upon financial issues, but she's
the infamous I fell on financial issues. So now it's time for me to go ahead and take the bribe.
That from the jump, she knew it was wrong.
Oh, well, she knew it was wrong.
It's sad that someone like the confidential informant can have an influence on someone like Miss McDaniel.
Camera. Did you hear that? Hold on. Did you hear this? Listen to this.
It's sad that someone like the confidential informant can have an influence of someone like Miss McDaniel.
Did you hear that? Wait. Did you hear this? Hold on. Listen to what he just said.
It's sad that someone like the confidential informant can have an influence of someone like Miss McDaniel.
It's sad that the confidential informant can take advantage of sweet Miss McDaniels, or whatever the fuck her name is here. The confidential informant, the person who was there to make sure that people aren't doing wrong. And she ends up saying yes. She didn't use this thing between her ears to say, you know what? Why do they keep coming to me when I said no? You know what? Why do they keep coming to me when I said no? And didn't report it. Now, all of a sudden, just like with the criminals, right? Forgive the criminals. This would be the criminal on screen. But the victim, even though it's a criminal informant who's working for whoever the fuck they're working for, is the real problem to try to root out criminals. Child, I don't understand. Not this sweet woman right here. This sweet woman would never take $10,000. It's only because she fell on hard times, y'all. You're going to have to forgive her. Look how sweet she is. I'm waiting for him to say it's racism. It's not right. It's the confidential informant's fault that this happened to her. Child, where the hell are we living? I'm telling you, this is a fucking game show we're living in.
Cameras were not allowed as I sat in the sentencing for former Onesie director Dana McDaniel. In court, McDaniel says she took the bribe out of panic and fear.
You take bribes out of panic and a fear, y'all. Is that why y'all take bribes? If you take bribes, don't incriminate yourself.
Obviously, Ms. McDaniel doesn't agree with the position that she sold herself for her position. Instead, it's our position that she was actually poached, and that
she was poached. Because I'm sure somebody convinced her to take $10,000. I'm sure someone said, girl, just take this. It's not a big deal. You don't know. I thought she came on hard times. So which one is it? Was she poached and enforced or coerced, or did she fall on hard times? Which one is it? Just whichever one sticks to make sure you say that it's not her fault for her decision to take money that she knew damn well didn't belong to her? Blame everyone else except the actual criminal yet again, over and over and over again.
She found herself in a bad time and had a lapse of judgment and made a bad decision.
Oh, so then she made the decision to take the money, sir. That's what you're saying. This is her lawyer. Child.
Instead, it's our position that she was actually poached, and that she found herself in a bad time and had a lapse of judgment and made a bad decision.
McDaniel's guilty plea, as well as Councilman Tran White's arrest, have caused heavy scrutiny.
Why are we wearing masks? Outside. Woo! Where's Couch? Is he messing with my mic?
Of the validity of DC's violence interrupters. White is also facing a federal charge.
Shout out to Trayon. What the hell? Messi bribed and black. I was the criminal informant that made you do karaoke. I sent you that microphone. That's what it is. I cannot. You're so crazy. I can't stand you.
For an alleged bribe tied to McDaniel's former office. The office is responsible for violence prevention programs.
The violence interrupters have been under a microscope since essentially her arrest, and obviously another that has a trial in January. She mentioned that she didn't want what's happening right now to taint that work as it relates to violence interrupters and the work that Ms. McDaniel had a heavy hand in. What are your thoughts on where that stands now and even her future in continuing to do work in the community?
Child, there's been some good looking reporters today, y'all. Okay, Reaper, don't miss that. There's some good looking reporters today.
I think it's, again, there's no winners today, and this is very sad. And I think the worst part about this is those violence interrupters literally put their lives on the line, like police officers, but without the badges and the guns. That they've created alliances throughout the district with different gangs and communities and neighborhoods.
As part of her plea to the judge to lower her sentence, McDaniel shared that right now, as I'm speaking with you, she still works in the community with at-risk as well as special needs children, and said that at least 100 of them, as well as her daughter, rely on her. Now, in court,
that's what Marilyn Mosby said, yeah.
Judge said that he did not feel that McDaniel was completely honest with everything that she did and everything that she knew, but he did say that he felt that she did learn her lesson. Now, I will be back in that same...
Of course you did, and so did Trayon, y'all. Trayon learned his lesson, and y'all reelected him, so congratulations.
Federal courthouse in January, where a council member will now face his federal trial for a bribe connected to McDaniel's same former office. We're now reporting live from the D.C. Bureau. Felicia Ashley, 7 News.
Thank you, Felicia. Now, you heard her just mention a January trial. That is when council member Trayon White will face a jury. He's accused of agreeing to accept tens of thousands of dollars to steer city contracts at the Office of Neighborhood Safety and Engagement. He allegedly actually received $35,000 and some kickbacks on grants. And you can find our extensive coverage on this bribery investigation.
Child, clearly we might be in the wrong business, y'all. Clearly we might be in the wrong business, okay? So don't blame shit on me, child. Don't blame shit on me. So somebody just texted to me, what about the Trump head of ICE that took $50,000 from undercover FBI agents that the White House has covered up? Child, listen, y'all, I don't know about everything in the world, okay? Please don't think that I know everything that's going on. What comes in my feed is what I know and what y'all send to me. So you're going to send it to me or you're going to complain. It's that simple. I don't give a fuck who it is. All these people is crazy. All of them. All mayors, councilmen, aldermen, senators, Nancy Pelosi, child, Maxine Waters, all these motherfuckers. Okay, so get it together. If you're not gonna send it to me, I don't want to hear it. All right? This was in my feed. The other thing I think Reaper sent me about the dude in Texas. Don't come for me for this shit, okay? I don't know everything, and child, I'm not trying to. All right? So help me help you. Help me help you. Exactly. That's all you got to do. Thank you. Not today, though. We got a full show. Let's move on to Florida. Skinny boy. I know he's not here. Family sues after woman dies following plastic surgery at South Miami Center. So when are we going to stop getting BBLs? Is that ever going to happen? Is that ever going to happen, Bueller?
Welcome back. The family of a 49-year-old mother who died following an extensive plastic surgery procedure is suing the doctor who performed the surgery and his surgery center.
NBC6 investigative reporter Miriam Massey spoke exclusively to the family and has a response from the doctor.
Nicole Facey's family marked her last birthday at the cemetery, singing, smiling, and remembering her with the joy they say she always shared in life.
We miss everything. I miss Nicole, you know. This is the hard part.
Nicole's aunt Marilyn fights back tears as she describes her niece as the glue of the family. A mother to her only son, Shamar, Nicole went to Zuri Plastic Surgery Center in South Miami December 1st, 2022, looking for a makeover.
She went to have a bilateral breast lift, tummy tuck to remove the excess skin and fat from her abdomen, and liposuction of her arms, back, and flanks.
This photo taken moments before surgery shows Nicole smiling alongside her surgeon, Dr. Alexander Surya Rain. After the procedure, Marilyn says she took Nicole to a nearby hotel where they planned to spend the night.
She was walking and then I see her start shriveling, like shaking.
Marilyn says she got worried and called 911.
They took her to the hospital and in less than 24 hours, Nicole was gone, you know.
An autopsy was done and performed and revealed that she died from hemorrhagic shock, because apparently the doctor perforated her muscles.
Oh my God!
During surgery with a cannula.
Dr. Pat Pagano, a board-certified plastic.
That mean they cut her muscle? That sounds crazy.
Surgeon who has served as an expert witness for the state of Florida is not involved in this case, but reviewed the autopsy.
What the autopsy showed was that the patient was bleeding from multiple areas, from the muscles in her back, and there was also bleeding around the abdomen and in the groin as well.
He explains that during liposuction procedures, surgeons look to remove fat beneath the skin but above the muscle, aiming their cannula in that area to avoid major veins or arteries.
This patient, the autopsy showed, had some damage to the muscle and there was bleeding from the muscle. So it looks like that damage was caused during the surgery, during the liposuction portion.
In their lawsuit, the family alleges negligence and wrongful death.
Child, I think so. I think Florida is the haven for BBLs unless you're going out of the country.
Dr. Surya Rain has denied the allegations in court. In a statement, his attorney told us, as this case is in litigation, they have no comment at this time, adding they are prepared to fully defend the care rendered in this matter.
When Nicole was rushed to the hospital, Dr. Surya Rain also showed up, and according to the family, said he didn't know what happened. Records show he is board certified in plastic surgery and has no prior complaints on record. Miriam Masihi, NBC6 News.
Authorities say,
of course, he has no other things, and he's probably still practicing. I didn't hear if they said that.
This is amazing.
Probably he's still having people come there. Florida is the place, y'all. Y'all already know that Florida is the place for everything. They gonna go get them damn BBLs when all they need. Well, I ain't gonna tell nobody what they need to do, child, because they gonna do what they gonna do. Period. Okay. Shout out to Butterfly Effects Studio for training. That's what they need to be doing. Exactly. These people always be like 35 and under, like 20 some odd years old out here getting BBLs and shit. I'm a little bit confused. Like, why y'all not exercising? Hashtag no more BBLs, except they're going to get more BBLs. Unfortunately, we already know these stories just happen and happen and happen and happen and over 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 again. Like, I'm just a little bit confused. I'm not confused, child. It's more important for the other things. Let me not. It don't even matter. It's not going to stop. And that's not even an old story. This is 6 days old, not even a whole ass week. Kay, don't get in here and start, okay? Don't get in here and start, okay? She ain't got nothing to do with me. I go to the gym, okay? She ain't got nothing to do with me. Child, unfortunately, we'll probably be hearing another one soon enough. Anyway, so let's get into this KamKam stuff. Is this KamKam stuff? Yeah. Let's get into this KamKam stuff, child. So this is Wak Fox. What a name. I've changed it over to subscriber. Shout out to everybody that is here. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. KamKam's new book sparks tensions within the Democratic Party. Oh, no.
Harris is out with a new book going behind the scenes of her short campaign for president in 2024. And it made some harsh words for members of her own party. National correspondent Matt Gelka reports from Washington.
Former Vice President Kamala Harris's new book, 107 Days, takes on multiple members of her own party and the issues that hurt Democrats in the 2024 election. She also says she should have spoken up sooner about former President Joe Biden's decision to not seek re-election, following questions about his ability to serve.
Was that close to not bring it up to him, or was it reckless? And on my part, I do reflect on that and feel that there was a recklessness about not raising it with him.
The book has already rubbed some Democrats the wrong way, with former Obama advisor David Axelrod telling Politico, if there's a political strategy here, it's a bad one. Others have suggested Harris will need to take some accountability for the failed campaign and for the conversations she didn't have with Biden.
She's going to have to answer to how she was in the room and yet never said anything publicly.
Another revelation.
Not Josh Shapiro saying something. Oh, no.
From the book centers around passing over former openly gay Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg.
He's formerly gay? Is that what they said? Hold on.
Have to answer to how she was in the room and yet never said anything publicly.
Another revelation from the book centers around passing over former openly gay Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg as her pick for vice president, writing in part, but we were already asking a lot of America to accept a black woman married to a Jewish man. Part of me wanted to say, screw it, let's just do it. But knowing what was at stake, it was too big of a risk.
Child, if KamKam had chosen Buttigieg, would it have changed y'all's vote? Because I know most of y'all voted for Trump. If KamKam had taken Buttigieg, would it, like, so this is what I'm hearing. and that too. I knew that was coming, okay? This is what I'm hearing. She ain't have faith in the ABCDs, child. Ain't that the ace in the hole? Pause. Ain't ABCDism the ace in the hole? All the ABCs would have came through and voted for KamKam. Oh, so you wouldn't have voted for her still? Oh, okay. Here come Pooh Man. She's not black. Child, I know. But I didn't. Oh, no, I think I did know that Doug was a J. But you know what they didn't mention? Anything about Doug getting a nanny pregnant and knocking his girlfriend in between the washer and the dryer. How come they didn't bring that up? That just went right under the rug. Nobody wanted to talk about it. You know, we talked about it, but I'm just saying nobody wanted to talk about that part. So the problem is the fact that he's a J, not the problem that he allegedly was knocking his girlfriend between the washer and the dryer, and allegedly, even though we know it's true, allegedly got the damn nanny pregnant, and we still looking for that baby along with the Carly baby child. We did not forget about Carly's baby, okay? I didn't anyway.
To be a black woman running for president of the United States, and as a vice presidential running mate, a gay man, with the stakes being so high, it made me very sad, but I also realized it would be a real risk.
Buttigieg said he was surprised by the excerpt.
I just believe in giving Americans more credit than that. My experience in politics has been that the way that you earn trust with voters is based mostly on what they think you're going to do for their lives, not on categories.
What the book doesn't address is Harris's political future. She's already ruled out a run for California's governor, and at least for now, she says she's focused on her book tour.
Well, that's all she can be focused on right now. She got a while before she runs for president. I'm sorry, I think she's going to run again. Now, I don't know if it's going to be her and AOC, but I definitely think she's going to run again. Let's see what Fox has to say. KamKam stuns with admission on Waltz. Couldn't get any worse. What happened with Waltz? Tim Waltz, right? Tim Tom.
Visiting the scene of the crime, joining The View yesterday and opening up about her 2024 presidential election loss. Watch this.
I grieved in a way that I have not since my mother died. It was not at all about losing a race. I knew what it was going to mean for the country. There are many factors, I think, that played into the outcome of that election. But I think probably one of the biggest in my mind is we just didn't have enough time. We didn't have enough time.
Independent journalist Evita Duffy Alfonso joins me now. Evita, whether it's one more day, like my esteemed co-anchor Carly Shimkia said, or another 107 days, would more time have won Kamala Harris the presidential election?
Well, the answer is no. And
she racist. She is racist. Why is she not being a part of the sisterhood right now? That's just a racist statement, man.
Oh, you're being a racist. Racist!
She just came out here and said, nah, she wasn't winning and she wasn't winning shit.
the thing about this interview she did is there's never an acknowledgement of the fact that she never should have been in that position in the first place. Do you guys remember how astroturfed her entire campaign was? Brat Girl Summer. She's paying millions for these collabs with Beyonce and Oprah Winfrey. She's going on the Call Her Daddy Sex podcast.
Oh, no, I totally forgot about that one. Oprah, Beyonce, and Kelly, and she opened up at the Roe v. Wade clinic. That's supposed to be monumental and historical. Oh, yeah. Start your election at the chop shop. Makes sense to me, child.
And then when she has an opportunity to do a real sit-down interview with Joe Rogan, she says no. She says no because she was fake and she was phony, and so was her nomination. She never should have been in that position because there should.
Y'all remember when Tiffany Cross was out here talking about Joe Biden? You all better have KamKam. You all better, because black women. Y'all remember that, right? Because black women, because we support and we are the backbone of the Democratic Party. That's exactly what she said. Over there commanding and demanding what you better do, what you better do, what you better do. Should
have been a real primary, and the Democratic voters should have been able to choose who they actually wanted to represent them. It was horrendous. And I'll say this also, there's a lot of new polling coming out about Gen Z. If you look at Pew Research between 2023 and 2025, they're saying Gen Z males swung 44 points to the right. Gen Z women, it's 14 points. I don't think that is unrelated to what the Democrats did with Kamala Harris. She was astroturf, she was phony, and young people are interested in populism and people who are actually representing them and the people running the party. And that's what MAGA is, and it's the complete opposite of the Democratic Party. Kamala Harris is the greatest example of that.
I think you're right about that. I also want to talk about this part of the interview. She also said she didn't realize that her...
I just don't understand how people are still sitting up here trying to say that this was some good candidate and say she did a good job and it's not her fault. It's partially her fault, but nobody wants to. So if everybody on Democratic side did everything well, why they lost, Bueller? If everybody did everything right and everyone was on point and everybody was 1,000% right, why did they lose, Bueller? I'm a little confused. Because opening up at the Chop Shop did not impress me at all. Saying that you black, no, didn't impress me at all. Not at all. Joe Biden looking like he was weekend at Bernieing it up, not impressed at all. Don't come at me talking about Donald Trump, because y'all, first of all, it's not about him. We're talking about KamKam. She the one running around town talking negatively about her own people, okay? I'm not going to bring up earlier today, but what's the damn difference? You going in on your own people. I mean, of course she wouldn't say this when she was running, because that wouldn't make any sense. But even now to say it, so you just, you think you're not going to need these people again? No forethought of anything down the road. So you don't think that you're going to need these same people later while you kicking them in the back? Shout out to Trend. So that's what you're doing? Nobody thinks. Sorry, nobody thinks. It doesn't even make any sense. Put your book out here. Talk, go, do whatever the hell you do on a book tour or whatever. Did she have to put this much information out here? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to help her in the future, but that's just me. What the hell do I know?
Her answer that she gave on The View in October, that she wouldn't have done anything different from Joe Biden. She said, in her words, she did not realize that was such a hand grenade. Evita, what does that say about her self-awareness, that she did not realize that was a mistake when literally every American, left and right, realized it was a mistake?
Oh, of course it was a mistake. And this is the crazy thing. And even during this interview, she kept trying to straddle between, I support Joe Biden. He could have still been the president, but also he's not fit to run. Well, if he's not fit to run, Kamala, he's not fit to be the president of the United States. If you are going to be his vice president and you're going to stand by his policies, then you're going to have to defend them as you're running to replace him. The whole thing.
Shouldn't they be blaming George Clooney too? Because he's the one that said, I'm not going to give y'all any more money if Joe Biden don't get out of here. Like, I love George. Let's not get it twisted. But let's not act like they was out there, what is it called? Stumping for money or whatever the hell it is that they do. He had that fundraiser and Joe Biden was there and Obama was there and Joe was about to walk off the stage and fall away or whatever happened. So we're just going to forget all about that and forget about George coming out there saying, Did he take out an ad in the paper or something? Like in the midst of the middle of this shit. These MFers didn't even think beforehand to discuss this shit on what they should do before the shit started. Just said in the middle of everything, actually more in the middle of everything, just be like, you know what? F it. Just change the person. None of that had anything to do with it. No, not at all. Just ignore all that, child. I can't. This is amazing. Thank you, boo. She gonna run independent next. Duh, joke's on y'all. And she's still gonna lose. Who the hell gonna vote for her? Please stop this. Please stop this. Shout out to Paul Revere. I see boo. He said, I hope KamKam paid off that massive campaign. Where did that story go? You're right. That was the story. Remember when she was giving Beyonce this million, giving Rolly Roll this million, giving that podcast, that sex. Why would... Child, hold on a second, because now it's all coming back to me, child. It's all coming back to me. Child, where did my all right, I freaking messed up. Anyway, what happened to remember, why would she go to the what is it called? The baby, what is it called? The Call Her Daddy podcast. Why would we need a presidential candidate to go to a sex podcast, Bueller? What? Thank you, big boy. Call Her Daddy. Why would we need a presidential candidate to go to Call Her Daddy, a whole podcast? Bueller? I guess that was right on course with 2025 or something. I don't know. Nobody wants to think about none of that. How about any of that offensive stuff? But you didn't want to take Buttigieg, which wasn't going to help, in my opinion, anyway. But you're going to be out here talking about, you know, what she said about Buttigieg, but you're not going to talk about all this other crap that happened. Whether it's her, the campaign, the Democrats, whoever the fuck it is. KamKam is trying to start an OF. Goodbye. Child, y'all crazy. All right, get back to this mess, child.
I think really exemplified how she was not prepared for this role.
Right.
She's not smart enough, I think, to be in the position that she's in.
Before we let you go, I want to get your thoughts on this. Google announcing it will reinstate YouTube channels that were permanently banned over content related to COVID-19. The company saying it was pressed by the Biden administration to remove content that did not violate YouTube's own.
Google admits political speech censorship. Biden admin pressed Google to remove content that didn't break What? Public debate should never come at the expense of relying authorities. The company will never use third party. I know you effing lying. Did y'all know this? I did not know that. OMG. That means people off of YouTube, right? Wow. I did not know that. Wow. OMG. So now they're going to go and reinstate accounts. How long has it been? At least a year, I would assume, or going on a year. What is a big conversation somewhere? Yo, exactly. But all this, what is the word? All this bullshit carrying on about what's going on now, which I think is going absolutely too far. Just my 2 cents with everybody getting fired. But you know, Charlie Kirk job openings, child. Charlie Kirk job openings. We'll get back to it. But like everybody's, you know, some people took it too far. Let's not get it twisted. But some of these things, I'm just like, really? You got to get fired for that? But nothing about this. This is on Joe Biden, a different white man. You know, the creator of the crime bill that all the black people seem to be able to just toss that out the window, child. Don't even worry about that. It's just a little crime bill that we complained about for all these years and how it did mass incarceration and affected all the lives of black people forever and ever and ever, ever and ever, ever. But we want Joe back. We can forget all that, child. We can forget all that. Wow. I did not know. Y'all knew. Shit. Interesting. Oh, but it's on Fox, so it must be a lie. Since it's on Fox, it must be a lie.
This is amazing.
I'm just saying. Boo. Cam can relate to a whore podcast. You know what? I don't know about that, but if you're trying to win people over to vote for you, in my mind, as the mother of 2 and the grandparent to going on 5, I'm just not thinking that that's good. And if that's the case, we might as well put Cardi B in as president. Child, just put her up there. What's the difference? Anyway.
Policies. Evita, another right-wing conspiracy that turned out to be 100% true. Final thoughts to you.
I did not know.
Well, listen, I'll just say this. I was censored on YouTube as well. When I worked for The Federalist, their account was deboosted by YouTube, so none of my videos were going anywhere, and there was a reason for that. We had an insider at YouTube confirm this for us. A lot of conservatives were censored for just telling the truth in this platform, and so that we're seeing a change, and they're actually going to let some real creators with some alternate perspectives to share their ideas on YouTube. Makes my heart sing, because it was dystopian under Joe Biden. The president of the United States was booted off of all social media platforms. You had the director of CISA, which is an underling of DHS, say her job is to defend our cognitive infrastructure, meaning the minds of the American people. It was George Orwell, 1984, come to life, and I'm glad that finally we're seeing a difference. And the only reason this is happening is because of a Trump admin. Had we had a Kamala 2.0, about a Biden 2.0 with Kamala, we would have continued to see the kind of censorship and dystopian attacks on the First Amendment.
Evita, Duffy, Alfonso, thank you for getting up with us. We appreciate it.
Wow, I'm still thrown, y'all. I am still thrown. Okay. Moving on to our fave. Shout out to BCP. MSNBC host.
This is amazing.
MSNBC host stunned as KamKam blames Trump for rejecting. Child, I can't. I know you fucking lying. It says MSNBC host stunned as KamKam blames Trump for rejecting gay Democrat for vice. Child, they will pull and blame Trump right out of their ass.
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Go, you're being a racist. Racist!
Can't wait to hear this. Shout out to Shatara. Appreciate you, boo. She said, funny how everyone was forced to censor us, but no one was forced to protect our First Amendment. I gotta be honest with y'all, I'm still stunned. Like unbelievable, but just stunned. Like, this is what y'all was doing? Because another thing that they won't admit, I'm speaking about Democrats, is the fact that they are using the same shit, like Kofa said, shout out to Kofa, from back when MLK got assassinated. They stuck there. They're doing the same things the same way. The life has progressed by however many years it's been, probably at least 50, and they still back here doing the same things from back here instead of coming up here with the times. And you do need to reach out to Gen Z, even though they're crazy. Sorry, Queen. Even though they crazy, you still got to try to reach them. That's the next fucking voting block. Now, how the hell they try and reach Z with Maxine and Nancy and Child, whoever the hell the rest of them are, that look like they got one foot in, look like they about to go to the Monster Mash. Okay, I'm just saying. But yeah, just let them be in charge, right? Just let them figure out what to do. That passer down there that helped Joe Biden 4 years ago, because Joe Biden was about to lose again. Remember when he ran like 3 or 4 times, lose, and he was about to lose again. Then he went down there to the colors and they was like, yeah, Joe, we got you, Joe. And then got all the black people mobilized behind him. And then he finally won president. Then he come out of it, which I thought he said he was only going to do 1 term. Then he comes out and decides to run again, out here looking like Weekend at Bernie's. And we didn't see what we saw. Out here looking like Weekend at Bernie's, but we didn't see what we saw. All right. People just try to be playing people like they stupid with a capital ST. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate you. He said, this is why they freaked out when Elon bought Twitter. See, that's why we got to do this together, y'all. I had no idea. Anyway, shout out to y'all. I see you. I appreciate you. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Shout out to DRX and his new job. Shout out to you, boo. Congratulations. You got money. All right, come on, BCP.
And right now we are dealing with, as I called him at my speech on the ellipse, a tyrant. We used to compare the strength of our democracy to communist dictators. That's what we're dealing with right now, Donald Trump. And these titans of
communist dictators
industry are not speaking up. And perhaps it is because his threats and the way he has used the weight of the federal government to take out vengeance on his critics is something that they fear. And I get that. I understand why they do. We've seen the demonstration of it. The sitting vice president enters the race against a former president of the United States who's been running for 10 years with 107 days to go. And it ended up being the closest presidential election in the 21st century.
Yo, did KamKam go on to Fox and do a book tour interview, Bueller? Remember that dude that interviewed her, the white guy from Fox? And she wasn't having it. What was his name? Has she been on Fox to do her book tour? Because I see she on CNN. This is what? MSNBC, right? I'm sure she was going to CNN if she didn't go to CNN. I wonder if she's going to go on Shay Shay. Didn't she go on Shay Shay when she was out there too? These are the important places, yeah.
And we got to talk about Kamala Harris, who has now come out of her cave, right, from drinking wine, coping with the fact that she lost the 2024 election to sell a book that nobody's going to read. Okay, she has her book talking about her presidential campaign.
Are y'all going to buy this book and read it? I'm not doing it, y'all. Okay, I need the silly books. Okay, the small ones. I don't want to read a book that's as long as a book like hers. I don't.
That was probably one of the most embarrassing presidential campaigns that we've seen in a long time. And let's just say that I think that she's going to have a hard time selling the book because her popularity, her favorability is not only declining with the country as a whole, but it's declining with the Democrat Party. And it's also
we do not condone stealing around here. But shout out to you, boo. Do you really believe Biden won? Child, I don't know. I am not that deep into this shit. Child, whatever. It is what it is.
It's her home state. Take a look.
I would just say that if you want a messenger to go against Donald Trump, you could do far better as Democrats than Kamala Harris. What are we talking about here? Well, let's take a look at her net favorable ratings nationwide. You know, back in October of 2024, she was at -5 points. Not exactly great, but pretty close to the 0 mark, right? Pretty close to even. But now, down under she goes. She's at -13 points. That's an 8-point.
Damn, he had to give us he had to give us a little demonstration there on how low she was.
Drop. since the general election among the overall electorate, she is not well liked at this particular point. The American people, they don't want this. They don't want her. And get this, she's 37 points underwater with independents. If you can't win independents, you can't win the election. And the bottom line is, with those in the Senate electorate, those who are the most up for grabs, she is way, way, way underwater. She is definitely swimming with the fishes.
So I was about to say, why does he sound like he should be working in on a movie set with Don Corleone or somebody, like he a gangster?
That's overarching, right? Looking at the whole country. What about Democrats in particular? Where does she stand with Democrats?
Yeah, okay. So what about the political base that is Democrats? Well, why don't we talk here? All right, top choices for 2028 Democrat nominee. Now, it's still really early, but I think this really tells you that over the last few months, Democrats have really sort of put Kamala Harris on the back burner. What are we talking about? So back in April, she was 28% of Democrats said that she was their top choice for the 2028 nominee. Look at where she's dropped. She dropped by nearly 10 points since April, only 19% now. She was 20 points ahead of Gavin Newsom back in April, and now the two of them are dead heat. In fact, she's actually 2 points behind Gavin Newsom, though that's within the margin of error. But when you go from 20 points ahead of Gavin Newsom to 2 points behind, it's clear that Gavin Newsom is doing something the Democratic Party and the Democratic voters want, and Kamala Harris ain't doing that.
And this also, when you look at that number, it gives a lot of space to a lot of other people that might want to jump into the race. Let's talk about her home state, which is obviously a state that is a Democratic state. How are they feeling about Kamala Harris?
Yeah, okay, so voters nationwide ain't liking what they're seeing from Kamala Harris. Democrats are far more open to other options.
Yo, are you listening to how this man is talking? He's talking like he's doing like he's auditioning for like a part in a movie.
For 2028. But how about in the home state? Well, it pretty much says the exact same story. Californians on Harris's runs for president. Back in 2024, she got 58% of that vote.
Exactly.
Now, only 42% of Californians are excited for another run for Kamala Harris for president. So no matter where you look, whether you look nationally among voters overall, nationally with Democrats, or within her home state, Kamala Harris's political standing has fallen. Now, obviously, we'll see whether or not this book has any big changes. But at this particular point, Kamala Harris's political career, time seems to be running out on.
Yeah, I mean, she's been pretty quiet, and now she's sort of back.
All right, y'all, quick break from the show, because this is important. Look, we talk a lot.
Oh my God, he absolutely does it, right? Like he from the block, like he should be in the movie Jungle Fever, if you know that movie with Wesley Snipes and that white girl, I can't think of her name, Annabella Sciorra, I think, and he should be on there being her brother or something, or one of the people fighting against Wesley Snipes in that movie. Anyway, let me fast forward through this, but yo, it was a mess then, it's a mess now, but they don't want to admit it. She doing great. She does great with everything. Just tell her what she want to hear. Just let her say whatever she want to hear. There you go. Whatever you say, child.
Now, in this interview with Rachel Madcow on MSDNC, aka BS Now.
Did he say Rachel Madcow? Oh, no.
Kamala Harris is going to get confronted about a controversial section of her book where she basically admits that she didn't pick Pete Buttigieg as VP because he's gay, right? That's what she said. And again, Rachel Maddow is going to confront her about that. And I think her answer was,
I wonder why.
Pretty interesting. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this.
I guess I'd ask you to just elaborate on that a little bit. It's hard to hear. Yeah. With you running as, you're the first woman elected vice president, you're a black woman and a South Asian woman elected to that high office, very nearly elected president, to say that he couldn't be on the ticket effectively because he was gay. It's hard to hear.
No, that's not what I said.
That's exactly what you said. That's exactly what you said. He can't be on the ticket because he's gay. Okay. That's what you said. Own up to it, right? Don't lie about what you said. Okay. That's what you said. Even Pete Buttigieg reacted to it and he was disappointed.
She wanted Mayor Pete, but thought he was too gay. Pete read the book, and he's not happy with Kamala.
I was surprised when I read that.
Funny. He was too gay. Lord help your people.
I just believe in giving Americans more credit than that. My experience in politics has been that the way that you earn trust with voters is based mostly on what they think you're going to do for their lives, not on categories.
Kamala had her eye on Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, too, but thought he'd steal the spotlight from her and thought he was too cocky. Shapiro kept asking his aides about how he should redecorate the VP's residence. And he's not happy with Harris either. Shapiro says Kamala was part of the cover-up.
Look, I haven't read the former vice president's book, and she's going to have to answer to how she was in the room and yet never said anything publicly.
Kamala tried calling Newsom too, but
so she was supposed to tell Joe Biden what to do. Somebody was telling him what to do because, child, that man was lost in the sauce. Anybody that thinks otherwise, you're out of your mind. That man was lost in the sauce.
He sent her to voicemail.
Oh, he had COVID-19. Almost said it. He had C-19. That's what it was. That's what the problem was. C-19, y'all. Don't forget. Remember, he was sick.
No, quote, hiking. We'll call back. wrote the former vice president in her notes from her calls that day.
Whoa. Hold on. What happened?
Never said anything publicly.
Kamala tried calling Newsom too, but he sent her a voicemail. Quote, hiking. We'll call back.
How in the hell do they know that? Was that in the book or something? She reached out to freaking Newsom in they in the same state, and he was like, I'm busy. I'll call you back later. That's probably one of his automatic messages in his phone. KamKam calls, send this. Wow.
Wrote the former vice president in her notes from her calls that day. Never called her back. Newsom's smart enough not to jump on a sinking ship.
That he couldn't be on the ticket because he is gay. My point, as I write in the book, is that I was clear that in 107 days, in one of the most hotly contested elections for president of the United States, against someone like Donald Trump, who knows no floor, to be a...
Who knows no what?
Someone like Donald Trump, who knows no floor.
No floor.
To be a Black woman running for president of the United States, and as a vice presidential running mate, a gay man, with the stakes being so high, it made me very sad, but I also realized it would be a real risk.
Yeah, so you didn't pick him because he's gay, right? She claims.
Wait, let's hear this again. Sorry, y'all. Let's hear this again because she's word salading it up. Okay.
My point, as I write in the book, is that I was clear that in 107 days, in one of the most hotly contested elections for president of the United States.
It was a hotly contested race, yeah.
Against someone like Donald Trump, who knows no floor.
Because make sure you always toss in Donald Trump's name.
To be a Black woman running.
To be a Black woman, of course. Toss that in there too.
For president of the United States.
Yeah.
And as a vice presidential running mate.
As a vice presidential running mate. What's that got to do with anything?
A gay man.
Oh.
With the stakes being so high.
Having a vice presidential that's gay. Ma'am, you just said it. Hold on.
To be a Black woman running for president of the United States.
You Black, you a woman.
And as a vice presidential running mate, a gay man. With the.
She just said it. A vice presidential candidate that's a gay man. Ma'am, you just said it. What are we talking about right now? She's explaining how she didn't say it, and she goes and she says it again. Lord help your people. Child, with friends like this, who needs enemies? Meaning in the Democratic Party sense.
As a vice presidential running mate, a gay man, with the stakes being so high, it made me very sad, but I also realized it would be a real risk.
Yeah, so you didn't pick him because he's gay.
It was a risk for you to pick him because he's ABCD. That's what she just said. What are we talking about right now? Child, y'all, see, I don't like when you see people be playing everybody for stupid. You just said it in your explanation on not saying it, and you said it yet again. That's not why. And a vice president that's gay, and I'm a Black woman. There's a lot of problems with all that statement, but I'm gonna leave it alone as far as Black woman is concerned. We're gonna forget about the opening at the chop shop. We're gonna forget about the twerking and the all the money that went to all the various people that didn't bring home anything. The whore podcast. Now the gay vice president. We didn't do anything wrong, child. You don't know.
Right? She claims, well, I didn't say that I didn't pick Pete Buttigieg because he's gay. And then she goes on to explain why she didn't pick him because he's gay. Right? That's what she said. Yeah, she's trying to low-key.
Yo, I told you I'm a man. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? You just said it. Oh, Lord.
Blame Trump and say, well, it's not because Pete is gay. It's because Trump was a bigot. And what she's actually really saying, because it's about the voters, is that America is bigoted. That's what she's actually really saying.
America is bigoted with all this daggone crap that I see every day with all the ABCD shit all up and through. Shout out to my Instagram. Make sure that you follow it. Not that you necessarily want to see all that shit, but it's all up and through. They are out here looking crazy. Who gave them the ability to have been lifted so much? I'm not going to say it. I'll let y'all say it. Okay. Not me. Allegedly, you gotta feed into their foolishness. You gotta call one person a they and a them. You gotta tell somebody that clearly is not a woman. Child, anyway, keep that mess on over there. But they would have came out here and voted for Yah. That would have been good. That probably would have been better than what she did. Allegedly. I don't know.
Thank you.
No matter how, I've been an advocate and an ally of the LGBT.
Oh, she realized who she was in front of?
Community my entire life. So it wasn't about yeah, right. So it wasn't about any prejudice on my.
I have black friends too, child. I have black friends too. That's what I'm hearing.
No matter how, I've been an advocate and an ally of the LGBT community my entire life. So it wasn't about yeah, right. So it wasn't about any prejudice on my part, but we had such a short period of time.
Now let's get back to the 107 days as the reason why she didn't take the gay vice president.
And the stakes were so high. I think Pete is a phenomenal public servant. And I think
just not vice president material.
America is and would be ready for that.
For that? What that, ma'am? I think America would be ready for that. What's that, girl? What is it?
I think America is and would be ready for that. But when I had to make that decision with 2 weeks to go, and maybe I was being too cautious. I'll let our friends, we should all talk about that. Maybe I was. But that's the decision I made. And I, as with everything else in the book, I'm being very candid about that.
Yeah.
Who's her campaign manager? Did we ever figure out who the hell that was? I hope it wasn't David Axelrod, but who was her campaign manager, child? That needs to be broadcast. Don't use them, child. Don't use them again.
With a great deal of sadness about also the fact that it might have been a risk.
Wow. Guys, I honestly cannot believe that this woman made it to the top of politics, right? I cannot believe this woman became vice president of the United States of America. She became vice president of the United States of America because the backbone of the Democratic Party commanded and demanded that Joe Biden choose a black woman. I do remember that. So let's not be acting like, oh, she was just so wonderful and they just had to have her. Nah, that's not what it was. And then technically at the end of the day, with choosing her, thank you, BCP, she ain't black. She ain't black. So they really didn't choose one anyway. It looks like she was on The View, child. Let's hear some of these clips from The View. Former Vice President KamKam on why she... Let's do this one because it's shorter.
As Madam Vice President,
says,
Trump has taken...
Oh, Lord. Harris on second Trump presidency. There are no redeeming qualities. There you go. That will definitely get you to win over the other half should you decide that you may want to run again. Longer.
Office, everything that you warned about has happened. Do you sometimes just want to scream, I told y'all so, and feel free to do it right?
Oh, who's she trying to sound like? Who's she trying to sound like? I try to tell ya. I try to tell ya. Child, you can't make it up. Shout out to you, boo. He said, this the person they wanted to represent USA on the world stage. Blatant effing moral. Ooh, liar. Ooh, drunk. Have we confirmed that she's a drunk, though? I know people keep saying that, but is she really an alcoholic? Let's call it an alcoholic. Political whore. Racist. F the 92%. Oh, no. Calm down, boo. Calm down. Please don't cover this tonight, okay? Please don't cover this tonight. Ooh, Lord. Somebody rub his feet.
Right now. I mean,
Sonny, nothing comes to mind.
So I do want to ask you, because you've not held back your criticisms of President Trump today. Do you think that there's anything he's done right since coming back into office? Does anything come to mind?
Nothing comes to mind.
Anna, your question is next.
I can leave it at that, but let me just say that I'm sure there are some things, but the reality is he is destroying our government, our institutions, the principles and values upon which we're founded. I mean, what he has done to attack a free and independent press, free speech, what he has done to attack the people of our country in such a vicious way, I find there are no redeeming qualities.
He's so bad. He's even destroyed the Rose Garden.
Yeah.
But you know, you were one of the first people that stood up to Trump, and I remember watching you in that.
Child, this lady here gets on my nerves. I don't know who's worse, her or Sonny, that gets on my last damn nerves. She's so fucking like smug. I can't stand her. Can't stand her. Shout out to Celine. She said, a lot of the people I work with are part of the 92% just based on how some of them treat me. Girl, how they treat you? Girl, don't be letting nobody take advantage of you. How they treat you?
Debate, the only debate he would have with you.
I wanted more.
You wiped the floor with him. That's why he didn't want more. So is that the strategy for Democrats going forward, fighting back more in the mode of Trump, going, you know, into the gutter? What is the strategy for Democrats fighting forward?
Before she answered what's the strategy for Democrats moving forward, I say the strategy for them moving forward is to stop focusing on fucking Donald Trump and figure out what the fuck it is that you gonna have to offer and give to the American people instead of worrying the fuck about them. But child, what do I know? Just keep focusing on him.
I think there's some work to be done, which includes one of the things that I think the 24 election made very clear is the American people want their immediate needs met. And, you know, we paid a lot of good attention and time on issues like the infrastructure bill. If we had done it differently, and I think we should have considered doing it differently, we would have instead, in the Build Back Better bill, put the family plan before we did that.
Mm-hmm.
And so we would have done affordable childcare and paid leave and addressed some of the more immediate needs of people. Mm-hmm. So going
I don't know what most of them things that she's talking about, but it sounds like it's more stuff to give people just so that you can have it because you're you and take care of you. Why are people not taking care of themselves? That's what I would be saying. Why are we not encouraging people to take care of themselves? And then you be out here begging same government when they pull shit away from you from under your fucking feet, and then you're gonna be mad. But she's talking about give. Child, whatever. I'm over all this bullshit with these people. I swear. Shout out to Woe Quill. He said, unedited CBS showed the world she had no plan for the promises. I forgot about that. That's why she doubled down on ABs and saving democracy for the last half of her campaign. A woman's right, a woman's right, a woman's right. Knowing daggone well, somebody had said that women will usually vote along the line, white women will usually vote along the lines of their men. That's exactly what they did yet again. But child, all these people thought that these women was going to come on over here because of Roe v. Wade. Child, please. Child, nobody listens. Child, nobody listens. Thank you, Boo. I appreciate you. Everybody hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new.
forward, I think that has to be an imperative. We will have the plan for what needs to happen in the long term because those are the most intractable issues, but we need to meet the immediate needs of the people. Second, I'd say, look,
meet the immediate needs of the people. I'm not saying that they need to do something with the economy for sure, because child, this economy is a mess. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. All right. So do something about that. But I don't think that that you need to say, I'm going to give you more. Saying to work for something that you want, I don't find a problem with that at all. Especially when we know that there are so many people that stay on assistance that prevents other people that very well may need it to get on assistance. What is wrong with something that is an assistance to have an end date? But you know, people have been on some of these assistance programs forever. Is that how it's supposed to be? When are you supposed to take care of yourself? Especially when you're doing things to make it cost more for said government to continue to give to you. Shout out to you, Boo. He said to give her credit, she ate word salad now. F her. Oh, Lord have mercy. Calm down, Boo. Calm down. Saved by grace. Now I know my ABCs. You Democrats cannot fool me. Yeah, the answer is to give. But how does that appeal? This is the other problem. How does that appeal to Generation Z? Like I said earlier, how does that make Generation Z say, you know what? Let me go ahead and vote for you. I just don't see what it is that would attract them, which is what Kirk was doing and his son, child Barron, was doing to help get younger votes. How you gonna give younger votes trotting Nancy Pelosi out there, child? I just don't understand how they don't see it. But child, what do I know? Child, I'm not even interested in them. I'm not their age, but I'm closer to their age than Z is. They don't interest me in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying. That's just me.
This is amazing.
Shout out to Celine. Thank you, Boo. She said, it makes me ill when Christians vote for Democrats. I heard Pastor Stephen Anderson say, if you side with Democrats, you're not right with God. I'll leave that to them. That ain't my business. But thank you so much, Boo. And if it's because you're new, I don't know that has anything to do with the 92%. Maybe it's just like a hazing ritual because you are new and you ain't in with nobody yet. So I need you to maybe rethink that, unless there's something else.
I'm kind of just, I'm a bit done with the punditry around everybody looking for a messiah, the savior of the Democratic Party. There are so many superstars in the party, and who are doing very, very good work. And it is important, I think, that we see that instead of having these endless conversations about who is the one, understand there are many. And similarly with the issues, what is the one message that Democrats need to have? There are many, but I would frame them in the context of the immediate needs of the people. And then, I guess my last point is this: you got to fight fire with fire. And
no more they go high, we go low. What is that called? What did Michelle say? We go low, we go high. They go low, we go high. Whatever that was. Child, I ain't believing that statement when she said it, but child, that's just me. Even though I be leaving people alone. I ain't gonna bring up earlier today. I just be leaving people alone. I say what I gotta say and I'm moving on.
Would you run again?
So,
Would you run again?
Going forward,
Would you run
that's
again?
what-
You'd like to run again?
That's not in my immediate focus. I'm doing my book tour, and please everybody come out. I'm going to a lot of cities.
And in November, Anna is going to be in Miami moderating.
That's
you.
November 20th.
November 20th.
Right.
Yeah.
And moderating the book tour in Miami. So if you haven't been deported yet, come and see us.
I don't know why, maybe or maybe not, she'll be moderating.
All right. All this cackling hens, child. Cackling hens. Let me see.
Madam Vice President,
What does this one say? KamKam discusses her relationship with Joe Biden today.
I want to ask you about your relationship with President Biden. And I mentioned that because a few weeks ago we were talking here, and I'm not a Washington insider. I don't realize your teams and how insulated you are. And I said I tended to think your relationship was what you write, but that your teams were problematic.
We did it, Joe. Y'all remember that? We did it, Joe.
Times. And you do write in the book, my feelings for him were grounded in warmth and loyalty, but they had become complicated over time with hurt and disappointment. What did you mean by that?
Well, I talk about certain instances where that was how it felt. But I want to be really clear. This book is not about Joe Biden. And I love Joe Biden.
Child, so we getting away from answering the question?
And I also am very clear and have made a point of making it clear. Joe Biden was a highly capable president who accomplished great things that history will talk about. And
the crime bill?
And did in so many ways a lot of very hard and deep work that was about not only a focus on the American family and the American people, but on America's standing around the globe. And this person and what we just saw in terms of a presentation at the United Nations, I talk about it. Remember in the debate?
Yeah.
They laughed at him the last time he was in front of the UN.
Yeah, this time
you watched it. You remember just about, I don't know, several weeks ago, that meeting with Xi and Kim Jong-un and Putin. You think they're not laughing?
Oh, they are.
As they create a new axis of partnership. What's happening? You bring people into the Oval Office. I have spent a lot of time in the Oval Office. I have spent time in the Oval Office with the president, receiving our allies and our friends from around the world. And consistently, we have seen Donald Trump bring people into the Oval Office, be they a United States governor or the head of a state of a friendly nation, and embarrass them and ridicule and demean them. That is not what a president does.
Some sensitive ass people. First of all, she's trying to dodge the question, like somebody just said. She definitely dodging the question. And then shout out to our med school that's here. She's talking about he's being mean. He's being mean. Child, does anybody think that people in politics are nice, Bueller? Does anyone think that anyone in politics is nice? He was being mean to people. Oh my God, girl, please stop this. Y'all remember that time that we was, I think we just got off the air, and then Trump had somebody, Zelensky, that's who it was. He had Zelensky in the office, and him and JD was going at him. I was like, ooh, this is the shit that goes on behind closed doors that we get to see out here in person. How dare he treat them like that? Wait a damn minute. It's 3 fucking men. What are we talking about? You think, I've said this before, if you listen to a group of men talk, especially blue collar men, I'd just be like, sometimes when my husband would be talking about, I've told y'all that before, to be talking to the people at work and the shit that they say back and forth, I'm just like a guest myself. But it's like, it's a bunch of fucking men. Like, you think they're going home to cry? You think they're going home to say, oh my God, he was so mean to me. I'm gonna need you to focus on something more important than he was mean to them. Fuck them. Grow up. What would she do? Be so nice? So let's just be so nice, because it's just better just to be nice.
This individual who occupies our White House right now,
The people's house.
has decided that he will be an emperor in his mind who will demonstrate his power by demeaning and belittling and making people feel small. But this is...
That shit women say, yeah. He belittled him and made him feel small. First of all, Zelensky is small. But second of all, child, they all men. Who gives a fuck? Grow up. They're in these... They run fucking countries. You really think that they're going somewhere, running out of the room, and if they are, they need to get up out of their positions. I don't care about that shit. So we think that they're just so kind behind closed doors. I've been behind closed doors in corporate America. Ain't nobody nice, and don't nobody care about your fucking feelings, because they'll say, if you can't take the heat, get the fuck out the kitchen. I promise you. And that's just corporate America. So imagine what the fuck is going on up there with these people. She talking about he was being mean. And these biatches sitting up here, oh, yes, he's so mean.
And dividing.
But here's the thing. The American people are stronger than that. We are smarter than that. You can see in polling how his popularity is nosediving.
Yeah.
And I do believe that moving forward, we're going to remember that the power ultimately is with the people. And we have to remind folks that they cannot let their light and their spirit be diminished by who happens to be in the Oval Office.
Let's not let y'all's light and spirit diminish. I promise you, my light and my spirit is just fine, regardless of who's the fucking president. Child, these people, but I know it's all women in the audience, a bunch of women up here. That's who they're talking to. And I'm a woman, child, but that shit don't faze me. I'm not trying to hear none of that. I'm not trying to hear none of that.
At this moment. And that's part of what I hope to achieve with the book, is to remind us, people by the tens of thousands, for those of you who were there, came to those events with such enthusiasm and optimism and, dare I say, joy about the possibilities for our country. And that light is inside people. It's there, and it cannot be diminished or extinguished by an election or an individual. And we have to remember that. That light is inside us, and it's inside each of us, and we have to see it in each other and let that guide us through this very dark time.
So
let that guide y'all through this very hard, dark time, child. Let this guide KamKam's book, through this very dark time. Are y'all going through dark times, Bueller? Are y'all going through dark times, Bueller? I mean, I was not happy to put gas in the car yesterday or the day before yesterday at $3+ I gotta admit. But child, if I want to make it to where I need to get to, I guess I better pay that shit, right?
This is amazing.
I remember gas at one point was like 4 something. Y'all remember that? In on the East Coast, it was like 4 something. That was tough. Going on to 5. It might have been during C-19.
This is amazing.
It was definitely under Joe Biden. But I guess it wasn't dark times then. It's only dark times now because, Trump is bad. Trump is bad. Oh, my God. I can't take it. Quill, thank you, boo. He said, imagine this biatch handling the peace deal between any of these wars going on. Be nice. Play nice. Don't cuss in here. It's the Oval Office. Don't raise your voice. It's the Oval Office. Don't talk to me like that. I am the president of the United States. How dare you curse at me? How dare you curse in here? Doug, come help me. What you did to the girl, allegedly. Come help me with that. Allegedly. Thank you, Boo. Shout out to you, Boo. He said my light is on because I just paid. Ditto, along with the air conditioning, because it is humid as fuck over here on the East Coast. Wherever y'all are, I don't know, but it has been so humid. I said, turn this effing air on. I'm not going to sit here and suffer. I'm not. August said, we ain't done yet. Okay. Pink Fairy said, I paid $56 to fill up. I think mine was about 50 something as well. $256. That's a good price. I like it. Shout out to Zeroic in the building. I see Boo. He said, can I get a word salad translation? Child, bullshit. There you go. Bullshit. Ooh, Lord, help your people.
Before we go, I don't know if we're leaving anything to sit, right?
How long can we keep her?
I mean,
I'll hang out.
I really,
I'll take her for 4 years.
We all really love you, and we love Joe Biden also,
Yes,
like
of
you do.
course.
But I want to know, for the book, did he read the book? And do you speak to him now?
I do speak to him.
Yes. And how's that relationship now?
It's a good relationship.
Yeah.
And it's a relationship that is based on mutual.
Child, what else was she saying? Anyway, what's the next one? Because, child, these people. Let's see.
Madam Vice President, before the election,
KamKam reflects on her 2024 View interview, talks impact of Trump's policies. Oh, you remember when you went on there and said you wouldn't change that GD thing?
2/3 of Americans felt that the country was on the wrong track, according to an NBC poll, on issues like the border, cost of living, the perception of crime.
Oh, they do remember the border, the cost of living, and crime. Did she just say crime? Oh, no. Joe Biden said crime is down, and we've been rolling with that ever since. You mean there was issues under Joe Biden, but people just seem to have forgotten all that? Like it just started as soon as Trump took office. All these problems just started. Okay, yeah.
43% of Americans felt like Joe Biden's policies had personally hurt them. Understanding that many people saw you as an extension of Joe Biden, were there glaring warning signs that when there's only two options to vote on, that you missed going into Election Day?
You know, I write about it, as you all know, in the book, and I know that's probably the first chapter you read is my chapter on The View. But it really, the book is about a reflection. And that day in that interview, for me, really was symbolic of the issue. It did not create the issue, but it was symbolic of the issue, which is that I'm a loyal person. And I didn't fully appreciate how much people wanted to know there was a difference between me and President Biden. I thought it was obvious.
Child, who was her campaign manager? Get rid of him.
And I didn't want to offer a difference in a way that would be received or suggested to be a criticism. And you know, in the campaign, full time, I was pointing out the differences. My theory of the case was we need to bring costs down. We're going to extend the child tax credit. We're going to have Medicare cover home health care for people, including people in the sandwich generation who are raising young children and taking care of their parents. It was about we're going to take on price gouging, bringing down costs. And I thought I was making the point. And I realize now that I didn't fully appreciate that how much of an issue it was.
Yeah, that President Biden was deeply unpopular. I did realize that. And
of course,
during your appearance, and you write about it, you say everything about my appearance on The View was going well until it wasn't. And if you recall, you were here 28 days before the election. And I asked you if there was anything you would have done differently.
Yeah, blame Sonny. I bet you forgive Sonny.
Than President Biden during the past 4 years. And you said, quote, there is not a thing that comes to mind, end quote. You write you had no idea, you just pulled the pin on a hand grenade. In the moment, I knew. The Trump campaign.
Of course you knew. This bitch.
Weaponized your answer against you, my question. And some, including James Carville and Jake Tapper, point to that answer as a turning point in your candidacy. Do you think that moment tipped the election?
No.
Good, because Sonny doesn't want to take the blame.
There's kind of a confessional happening here. No.
Follow you?
Exactly. No, there were many things. I mean, listen, I do believe one of the biggest deciders of the outcome of that election was that the American people were sick of things being so expensive.
Yes.
And wanted that the prices would come down. And that's where, this is part of why I wrote the book, which is, let's remember in those 107 days what Donald Trump was talking about. Yeah. First of all, he said his number one priority and the number one thing he would do was bring down costs.
Yeah.
That's what he said. And I believe there are a lot of people who
that is true
voted for him, believing that that's what he would do. Fast forward to today.
Yeah. Hello.
Prices are higher. The cost of food is higher. Inflation is higher. Unemployment is higher. He lied.
Yeah.
He lied.
I mean, he did say that. He did say that. Listen, let's be fair. He definitely talked the economy. Child, when is he gonna work on that? All the other shit he working on, he need to get to it, child. Because even though I'm okay, right? Everybody ain't. I'm tired of hearing the bullshit, okay? I want that gas down. I want that gas down, okay? That's all I really care about right now. Because honestly, as I'm looking at these airline prices, they not that bad. It's fine until you start putting bags on there and choosing seats, which I always do. That's all I'm saying. But he definitely did talk about the damn economy. He do need to get to it. He do need to get to it.
Meanwhile, there are certain promises he.
Now, Nicole is absolutely right. Okay, because Joe Biden said that he was going to get rid of student loan debt and didn't. For some he did, for most he did not. That is what he said. But child, they're going to forget about all that.
He did keep, which is he was going to weaponize the Department of Justice and go after his political enemies, that he was going to silence critics against him, that he was going to fulfill whatever his fragile ego needed through the tool of our federal government.
So he said that and then he did it? I guess campaign promise fulfilled. Shout out to med school. I appreciate you. He said, I bet that walk by. Oh my God. Why did I almost do another one of those stories today? He said, I bet that walk by went on that stage. Has to be diabolical. I can't take this. I can't take y'all. Oh my God. We are almost done because y'all ain't shit.
He did whatever he needed to do to enrich himself, literally his pockets, not to mention his ego. He has done. And I think it's important as we move forward to realize that they did what they said they were going to do. I heard a story about a friend of
that's a great point. This is why I need y'all, because the Democrats did use the government to go after Trump. They absolutely did that. Ain't that what happened now that Fannie is not in charge of that case down there in the ATL? Isn't that what that was about? They came up there and talked to KamKam in the one of them offices, right? Shout out to the ATL.
She was fucking his best friend. So, I mean, everybody's fucking down here in Atlanta. I don't know what to tell you. They breeding like rabbits down here. Everybody getting ass.
Chelsea said they lie their way into the job. You just forget about the last one and we only have to worry about the current one. Don't forget about this one and worry about the next one. That's how that's going to go. We already know, right? But shout out to y'all for remembering and bringing that stuff up, especially the student loan part. I don't know how I could forget that, okay? Shout out to Ebony's non-mediocre friend. Excuse me. Shout out to Generation Z. She said, apparently KamKam has selective memory. I hope she don't think we forgot the reports about how nasty and disrespectful she was to the staff behind the scenes. Oh my God! Y'all don't forget shit! Yes, we do remember that. And walked off of the job or something like that, right? Woo! Shout out to you, boo. I appreciate you. Will Quill says Simone Sanders said she'll never work for another woman again. That doesn't sound very sisterhoodish to me, y'all. It does not sound very sisterhoodish.
A friend of mine was telling me about a Cuban American whose partner was being deported to Sudan. And that person was a big Trump supporter and thought, well, why is this happening? Well, but he said he was only going to go after criminals.
Right. That's what he said.
He lied.
Tell you what, they ain't singing "Voy a votar por Donald Trump." They ain't singing that anymore in Miami.
But part of what we have to remember about that election is I think there are lessons about you've got to listen to what they tell you. And this is bigger than Trump. And this is part of what I also write about in this book. We are talking about an agenda that has been decades in the making, for which we are now witnessing a high velocity event that feels like chaos because it's all happening so rapidly. But it is about the implementation, the swift implementation of a plan that has been decades in the making, the Federalist Society, the Heritage Foundation.
Right.
This did not just happen overnight. He has been a useful tool for an agenda that is much broader than the one individual. Let's be clear about that.
Yes.
All right, let's be clear about that. All right. Is there anything to talk about? I'm over it. Shout out to Mike Love, Judge Love up in here. He said, I didn't hear her answer the question. She ain't answered most of those questions, honestly, in my opinion. But, you know, whatever. She getting that book tour going, okay? Maybe we will talk about it more tomorrow. But since we're done with that, let's get into some good stuff because I'm over this. Good luck to her with the book tour. We'll see what happens next. So this was sent to me today. Yeah. It says what they don't tell you about marriage. Child. These people, they just be talking. No. I'm about to time your ass out. You gonna stop this. You gonna stop this. Everybody ain't an MSD, okay?
When you get older, you realize so many married people were single moms. The labor falls so much on the woman. That's why so many women are not having kids, or they're not getting married, or they're doing it way later. Cause it's where's the win for us for real? Besides community and the image of a household or that type of love. Because traditionally, back in the day, the man was the breadwinner, the provider. Those were his household stresses. But now with women earning more, out earning men, you're doing both. So it's my mom always told me, if I had a kid, the kid is mine. Regardless of even if you're married, when you get older, you realize so many married people.
Did you hear this foolishness? Did y'all hear this foolishness? No Teeth, appreciate you. He said Trump just signed an order saving TikTok. I want him to get rid of it. I honestly, let that shit go. Fuck that shit. And then see what happens out here in these streets, okay? Y'all gonna be getting a hey big head, 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 hey big head calls, nonsense. Y'all gonna get hey big head phone calls like you get robocalls right now, okay? It's just gonna be one after the other, after the other, after the other. Get rid of that shit. We going to TikTok in a moment. Get rid of that shit. But let's hear this biatch again, then I'll interrupt it.
When you get older, you realize so many married people were single moms. The labor falls so much on the woman. That's why so many women are not having kids, or they're not getting married, or they're doing it way later. Cause it's where's the win for us for real? Besides community and the image of a household or that type of love. Because traditionally, back in the day, the man was the breadwinner, the provider. Those were his household stresses. But now with women earning more, out earning men, you're doing both. So it's my mom always told me, if I had a kid, the kid is mine. Regardless of even if.
Okay. So she's about to start it all over again. And this is why TikTok needs to go away. Because there's too many people out here listening to people that don't have the sense that God gave them. Okay. So I'm going to interrupt now.
If you're married, when you get older, you realize so many married people were single moms.
So many married people were single moms. And this is coming from a person who's clearly not married. Why are they sitting up here talking about marriage? I have no idea. I have no idea.
The labor falls so much on the woman. That's why
the labor of having a child falls on a woman, and caring for the child falls on a woman. I mean, what are we supposed to do? I haven't heard so many women complain about caring for their own fucking kids. It's every day. It's your kid. You have no attachment to that kid at all, that you just bore, that you are so jealous, I think, of your kid because they get all the attention. This is what I think it is for real. They're jealous because the kid gets the attention. Because as soon as you have a kid, you can forget it. Your days is done. I know. Okay. So as soon as you have a grandkid, as soon as I have a grandkid. Those kids of mine, they out of the picture, and then it goes to the next kid, right? That's just how that works. But these people just complain and complain and complain about their own freaking spawn. Jealous because somebody is paying attention to your kid, but not enough attention at the same time to take your spawn for the freaking weekend so that they can go away. There's no making biatches like this happy. And I think that's probably why people are like,
so many women,
right? And how the hell she know? Bitch ain't even married.
Are like not having kids, or they're not.
Where are these women that ain't having kids, Bueller? Where are all these women who ain't having kids? Because, child, not from what I see on the TikTok that was just saved yet again. Child, somebody, what is the nut? I'm about to TikTok or tweet Donald Trump and say, child, if you don't get rid of that damn TikTok and let that shit go, somebody else should have bought that shit. We don't need to be paying for that. Fuck that shit.
Not getting married, or they're doing it way later, because it's like, where's the win for us for real? Besides,
where's the win for us for real as mothers to get married? Keep listening to her, and y'all gonna keep getting on TikTok, and y'all gonna keep complaining and dry begging and whining and crying, and I'm gonna keep laughing. I'm gonna keep laughing. I'm gonna admit it, because you look like fucking fools most of the time. Shout out to Mike Love. Thank you so much. He said it's funny listening to kids discuss grown-up situations. Listening to idiots. I call her a freaking idiot that don't know nothing about nothing but running off at the mouth. Like, go to Kendra to find out how to be in a relationship and get married. Listen to her about becoming a mother, getting married, and having kids. Good job, y'all. Good job.
as like community and like the image of a household or that type of love. Because like traditionally, like back in the day, like the man was the breadwinner, the provider. Like those were his household stresses. But now, like with women earning more.
The infamous women are earning more. The infamous women are earning more. So if you're earning more, shout out to Ebony K, then you should be able to take care of everything because you got all the money, right? Still not enough of these people, child.
Like out earning men, you're doing both. So it's like my mom always told me, if I had a kid, like the kid is mine, regardless of even if you're married. When you get older,
child, I don't even know what that last statement means. I just don't even understand what that last damn statement means. Child, these people just be out here talking. Like I always say, just be out here talking, right? All right. Let's talk about some single moms, though. Shout out to Anton. So he has the one mother on here, and then I have the other mother on TikTok where we don't have to go through Anton's content, but shout out to Anton for this video, okay? It says, please never have children. Single mothers are angry. They don't have help. Refuse to call the dad. Oh, no. I know you effing lying. I know you effing lying.
I'm telling y'all don't have no kids, do not have no kids. And especially if y'all know it, y'all top mind, y'all don't have a village. I'm telling y'all firsthand, y'all do not have a village, do not do it. No, granted, yes, everybody have a life. Everybody has going on. But when you need the help, when you always have your child and all you ask is right a few times, like, hey, can you da-da-da-da, you should have to run a football yard of people. It should be okay, I don't mind this or I don't mind that. Especially if you act in advance. Not no last minute. I'm not no last minute kind of.
So all of y'all should be saying okay when she called to say, can you watch my kid? I'm always with my kid. Well, who the hell's supposed to be with your kid? Who the hell's supposed to be with your kid? Oh, yeah, their father. Why don't you call and ask him? Oh, he ain't shit? Oh, another one with an ain't shit ninja? Oh, Lord, y'all are just running the world around here, yeah?
I would ask somebody ahead of time, like, oh,
drooling
at the end of the month, you think you can, you need money, I will compensate you. It's nothing. It's nothing.
Wait. Shit. What a pause, child. What a pause. I'm just sitting up here looking to see, is she driving while she's carrying on like this? Oh my God. Woo! This what y'all doing? This what y'all putting on the damn internet? This what y'all doing to those kids? I can't look at it. I'm gonna get sick. Oh my God, what is going on in this world? Anybody interested, Bueller? She's available, y'all. Bueller. Clearly she needs some help. Who picking up the phone? Who picking up the phone? Oh my God.
Hold on. We got to stop the drool. You know what I'm saying? That's a bit much.
Yeah.
It sounds like she had like a bunch of spit in her mouth. I ain't never been that mad or that frustrated to where I had a bunch of spit in my mouth and it just started falling out. Yeah. Maybe y'all shouldn't have kids if it gets to that point.
Oh my God, Anton ain't shit. Oh my God, Anton ain't shit. Yeah, y'all can't swallow your spit. You probably shouldn't have any kids. What the hell? I cannot. Oh, girl, why are you driving like this? Maybe it's opposite and somebody else is driving, but I would be saying, girl, what are you doing? All that spit coming out your mouth.
You feel me? Like, what the?
You feel me? You feel me?
Like my thing.
Oh, no, she's driving. Oh, hell no. She's driving. Let me get this picture right here. I don't want the drool picture. Let me get this picture right here. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. She got the Kiss shirt on. That's not allowed.
His dad is a deadbeat. I don't with his dad. His dad is on the block list. His dad is no longer a boy. So
how you don't F with the father of the kid? You don't have to F with him. That's what got you in this trouble to begin with. That don't mean he can't help. Child, these people be bringing it on themselves, but y'all supposed to care because you know damn well she ain't talking to me. Y'all supposed to care. Y'all supposed to SYCBM.
it's just me. It's Big Mama. That's it. That's it. It's just me. So therefore, I don't get to go out at all. I don't get my hair done or none of that. That's done nothing because I'm grinding for me and my son. But then, when I want a chance to go out and do something, why is it that I gotta ask people?
Girl, why you gotta ask people? When I want to go out and do something, I gotta ask people: are they supposed to osmose or what is it called? Just know that you want somebody supposed to come. Girl, let me come watch your kid, child, because I know you want to go do something. Do these people know what they saying? Do these people know what they saying?
That literally have my child for a whole week so I can get some money. Why would I go asking them when they're already doing me the solid? Why would I do that with other people that's his that can kind of accommodate me when I need them to? Where are y'all at? Where are y'all at?
Where's who at?
When did it become everybody else's responsibility?
Exactly.
That your child that you decided to have, because it wasn't a group project when you decided to get pregnant.
Take all that pleasure, Anton. Girl, you sound crazy. Crazier than I've ever heard before, child. This don't make no sense. And you spitting, girl, come on, do better.
Except for you. That's a blessing. That's a privilege, not a requirement.
Like, I hate this generation. Back then, we didn't have this.
Wait, you hate which generation? She talking about you, Queen. She hate this generation. What they got to do with this?
Privilege, not a requirement.
Like, I hate this generation. Back then, we didn't have this. I stayed at grandma's house. I stayed at this person's crib. What is, like, I'm like, what? My mom wasn't around. My dad was booked. But guess what? I stayed with grandma and them. But now coming up, my son don't have that. But it's by his grandparents. But
do y'all see? Okay.
Yes, we see the spit. But what I don't understand is why do these people always think that it's somebody else's job outside the person you fucked to help you with your kids and be mad about it and be straight up angry? Wait, did we ask you to have a kid? Did we say, girl, go on out there and have a baby so we can watch it? Girl, these people are crazy. These people crazy. No, T, thank you, boo. He said, why do they wear band shirts and can't name a song by that? Oh, Lord.
Let's try to ignore the spit that's just coming out regularly, because that's really throwing me off.
Yeah.
But do y'all see where this is a problem? Think about what she said, right? People don't even logically think when they decide that they want to jump on the internet and start talking crazy, right? Because number one,
still, why would I want to lock them down when they still got other do? But if he got an auntie, an uncle, of this, where the fuck is y'all at? Where the fuck is y'all at? Like, be fucking for real.
Why she can't hold her spit in her mouth?
Y'all fucking kids, do not do it. Do not fucking do it. It's a fucking headache. I'm telling y'all. Y'all gonna be fucking.
I hope the kid ain't in the car while she's saying all this.
Stressed the fuck out. This is why bitches go through postpartum. This is why bitches go through shit. Because they don't have the fucking help. They don't have the village. They do not have the leverage to be like, I need a.
Did they think about all this before they sat down and took all that pleasure, or laid down, or jumped up there? Did they think about all that before they took all that pleasure? Ain't it interesting that these stories continue over and over and over again, and everybody's supposedly learning from TikTok, and yet they all still keep doing the same stories over and over again? If y'all see Brandon Jamal doing this video, please make sure you send it to me.
Break. I had my son since fucking birth. When he was fucking younger, I promise you, when he was a baby, people used to be like, damn, you don't even let me watch him. You don't even let me, because of shit like this, y'all not there for me for real. Y'all not there.
So people actually wanted to help you and assist you, and then you turned them away and you said F you.
Mm-hmm.
And then now they took you at your word. They took you at face value.
Ain't that funny? Yeah, I got that picture. Ghetto. I know. Yeah, I know. I don't care. She looking crazy. This is disgusting.
Into a circle, and they truly believe that they're right.
You're not there. What the fuck is y'all watching for an hour or two going to do for me?
This is the way to get somebody to come help you.
For what? What is that going to do for me? Nothing.
Give you the break.
So I keep him. I keep him. I keep him on my titty, on my ass, on my hip. Baby, no. Even now, I kept him. Why? Because.
It's your responsibility?
Because. Shit like this. Now you already know. Most of us growing up, we watched everybody kids. Everybody kids. We was the cousin or the sister or whatever, watching the siblings, watching this. Now we got our own kids. Can't nobody watch them.
But y'all wanted to make those changes. Like, are we missing something right now? So y'all wanted to be strong, independent. I don't need a man. Strong, independent. I don't need the man. So you living over here, they living over here. Nobody's living together. So there's no community because you over there in your apartment, or you over there in a 4-bedroom house with 2.5 baths and a 2-car garage that you can't afford. Or you over here going to Jamaica and the Dominican and Indonesia and Bali, then you get pregnant all of a sudden. Now all of a sudden you looking for all this community. Y'all don't even live in communities. You don't even live in communities because you're not paired with anyone to live in a community where there are other people who are paired. You're living out here by people who are single and they living their best life and they jet set holidaying it all over the daggone place. Now all of a sudden you want the yesteryear back for your convenience, but you want the now for your convenience as well. This is really not rocket science. This is amazing. This is really not rocket science. You want what you want when you want it. And then you want somebody else to help you with your needs. But y'all need to realize and figure out that all that mess that y'all been talking, you get to reap those benefits. Remember, y'all making all the money. What video? We just watched a video. They was just saying it. In the one of these videos we just watched, they was like women are out earning men allegedly, which we know is not true. But y'all said you out earning. So what the hire a nanny, hire an in-house babysitter. Hire a kid. Those ideas are just out the window. That's something else that people used to use back in the day, but they don't want to hear that because everybody's supposed to just do it because you're you, because you're selfish, narcissistic, and you're out of your effing mind at the end of the day. Not just her. All of these crazy ass people that come on the internet spitting and snotting and shit, crying and whining after a decision that you made to have a whole ass kid. And then said that you do not deal with a baby daddy. Girl, you sound crazy. Welcome to your modern life that y'all wanted and you asked for. And the rest of us, they're like, you a pick me. Yup. Because I wasn't taking care of no fucking kids by myself because I didn't fuck to have them by myself. Y'all the ones that don't make no sense. I'm not crazy. But continue to get up on this internet and say these dumbass stories showing your dumbass self looking half damn crazy. Shout out to RBN. Thank you, Boo. He said, these solo moms think we're supposed to give a damn about their low functioning demons. These concubines have these ugly ass kids and we supposed to treat them and these leeches like they special. Yup. SYCBM, child. SYCBM. That's what y'all supposed to do. And you're supposed to love this story, okay? No teeth. Thank you, honey. He said, I have no teeth and I keep speaking. Shout out to No Teeth. He said, I have no teeth, but I can keep the spit in my mouth, child. This is so disgusting.
Everybody doing shit. I want to do shit too. But damn, for fucking a few hours, y'all can't get me. The fuck?
Y'all gonna have to I want this to be a cautionary tale.
No, I want us to sit up here and see how crazy these people are. Because this don't make no damn sense whatsoever, child. They just be out here saying shit, looking crazy. But that's the end of her. So moving on to this one, okay? We already starting hot. You cannot prevent being a single mother. In case y'all didn't know, okay? You cannot prevent being a single mother.
No way to avoid being a single mom. And I don't think people realize that. Because people will always say, oh, wait till you get married. Wait till you get a certain age. Wait till this, wait till that. Baby, a man will pack up and leave you and that baby in a heartbeat. Move on with his life and act like that child never existed. We see so many married single moms on this app. And in y'all mind, y'all will sit here and say, wait till you married and then you'll have the support from a man. Baby, a man gonna always be a man. He will get up and leave. So don't have a child until you are comfortable and confident enough that you can solely provide for that child. Period. Period. You could get divorced. Your spouse can die. They can lose their job, which could cause a strain on the family.
Damn, not they could die. What the fuck? Yeah, they could lose a job.
They could lose
a help out if they lose the job. Y'all don't think about that, right?
Gonna always be a man. He will get up and leave. So don't have a child until you are comfortable and confident enough that you can solely provide for that child. Period.
Let's see if the birthing rate goes down.
Period. You could get divorced. Your spouse can die.
These rings always look like there's something coming out of their damn nose, child. So disgusting.
They can lose their job, which could cause a strain on the family. They can lose a parent or a sibling, which could cause strain on the family. Mental health problems. It's so many things that can result in a man just not being a good partner and all the responsibilities of.
What I'm hearing is that it's all y'all's fault, as per usual. Congratulations. Yet again, it's all you crusty, dusty, musty, rusty's fault. Okay?
Being that child, sole provider, sole everything, the mother will fall on you. So have a child when you are ready to take care of a person by yourself. I don't care if you're married, engaged, whatever. Have a child where you can take care of that child, period. There is no way to avoid being a single mom. And
it is already starting off bad. There's no way to avoid being a single mom. You could not fuck. That'll work. You could not fuck. That works. Abstinence works. You could use birth control. Birth control doesn't always work. You're right, it doesn't. But the odds are if you use it, it's going to help a lot more than if you don't. And you could also use 2 or 3 methods as well if you wanted to really protect yourself. So miss me with that bullshit.
I don't think people realize that. Because people will always say, oh, wait till you get married. Wait.
Wow. People always say, wait. So they do hear it. Wait till you get married. Oh, yeah. Marriage don't seem to come. And y'all just go ahead and do shit out of order, right? Go ahead, girl.
You get a certain age. Wait till this, wait till that. Baby, a man will pack up and leave you and that baby in a heartbeat.
You ninjas ain't shit, okay? You ninjas ain't shit. All you do is pack up and leave her and that daggone baby. It don't matter if you married or not. Yeah, listen to her.
Move on with his life and act like that child never existed.
Or let's not think about the last woman who said that she just don't F with her baby daddy. Like that should be a choice that she gets to make for her child's father, right?
We see so many married single moms.
Here they go with that married single mom bullshit. Married single moms, child, they just be making up shit all the damn time. Donald Trump, get rid of TikTok. What are you doing?
On this app, and in y'all mind, y'all will sit here and say, wait till you married and then you'll have the support from a man. Baby, a man gonna always be a man.
And she gonna always be looking for one. This is amazing. All this shit talking, and she still gonna be looking for one. Say I'm lying. I promise you she's still looking for one of you crusty dusties. No tea, thank you, honey. Said, don't sleep with men with tattoos and weed smell. Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord.
He will get up and leave. So don't have a child until you are comfortable and confident enough that you can solely provide for that child. Period. You could get divorced. Your spouse can die.
Wow, you can get divorced. Your spouse can die.
They can lose their job, which could cause a strain on the family.
Oh, losing a job causes a strain on the family, yeah.
They can lose a parent or a sibling.
I don't know what that has to do with anything, but they could lose a parent or a sibling.
Which could cause strain on the family.
Strain on the family, my bad.
Mental health problems.
Mental health problems. Child, you giving me mental health problems because you got some mental health problems because this sounds crazy. Thank you, Med School. He said, yep, I'm packing my bags now. Overheard logic. No common sense whatsoever. No common sense whatsoever. No accountability, of course. Of course not.
It's so many things that can result in a...
Well, technically, ma'am, you shouldn't drive because you know that the odds are that someone could run into you or you could run into someone. You probably shouldn't go into any stores because, you know, the stores could crumble. Someone could come in because crime is down and maybe steal and attack you or hit you with the cones on the side of the road. You could get struck by lightning. You probably should go back in the house anyway because you are a Black woman and you know that what's her name, Tucker over there in damn Chicago said it's not safe for Black women to leave the home, if y'all do remember. I'm a little confused. You need to go back home, girl. You need to go back home. Just stay home. No tea, thank you, honey. Said life insurance is not a thing anymore. Life insurance, probably barely car insurance, renter's insurance, no kind of insurance. Oh, the insurance that comes from Medicaid. That's the insurance that people want, that KamKam wants to give out all damn time. God forbid somebody get a job and get some insurance, or all these people who are self-employed buy insurance for themselves. I guess that's just crazy talk, child. Shout out
this is amazing.
Shout out to Shatara. She said, if only they married a white man. Problem solved. Problem solved. I got the book to prove it. Problem solved. Clearly, she should have been here listening to us read this book. But no, she over here on TikTok.
A man just not being a good partner and all the responsibilities of being that child, sole provider, sole everything. The mother will fall on you. So
the mother will follow y'all. Did you know that? The mom will follow y'all, okay?
Have a child when you are ready to take care of a person by yourself.
Child, what is going on in the corner of her mouth? Can she not keep the spit in her mouth either? You see that?
So I don't care if you're married, engaged, whatever. Have a child where you can take care of that child, period.
I would say just don't have a child. What is going on with the spit from people today? What happened? Did something happen? These people just have the inability to keep saliva in their mouth. What is going on? Anyway, one more and I'm done. One more and I am done. So we already know that there is, I call it beg talk, but they say it's homeless mom content. Shout out to TikTok for always having something for us to talk about. So this woman here says that she's happy about.
I see some people upset.
That she's happy about the homeless mom content and they should be able to be here to say whatever the hell it is that they want. Okay. So there is content called homeless mom content on TikTok.
I see some people upset at the homeless mom content, but I don't understand how you could ever be mad at somebody's struggle. You have to realize that TikTok became a safe place, vital app for a lot of people.
TikTok is a safe place that is vital for a lot of people. And homeless mom content is necessary. Just to let you know, we be learning.
Okay, because there's a lot of people that do not have a family or a friend they can call, will literally be sitting in hunger, okay? Sitting in the dark, sitting in the heat, no electricity. And TikTok will literally be their last resort. So
TikTok being their last resort. I wonder if they're going to go thank Donald Trump for saving TikTok. Anybody think they will, Bueller? TikTok is their last resort for life. Do you think they're going to go thank Donald Trump for saving TikTok yet again?
Can never be mad at homeless mom content. But I'm going to be honest. It's given that y'all are upset that someone is able to come on here, say they are struggling, and people feel bad for them, okay? And the people will pour into them, whether it's TikTok shop or Cash Apping them.
So in other words, people are allegedly jealous that y'all are getting something from the TikTok shop or a couple of Cash Apps, and everybody is jealous over that. Maybe the people she's talking about, maybe people who hang out on TikTok are jealous. Why in the hell? Anyway, child, go on.
And I think a lot of people are upset because they feel it's undeserving. Oh, I've been coming on this app doing content. I've been posting consistently. And here you have this mom coming on here crying. And now she gets all of these sales and she's getting money because she was just crying. And honestly, it's just...
Are they saying that crying gets people to buy stuff from them?
Seems like more of jealousy kind of thing.
Jealousy. Jealous that you are on the internet looking like a bum, sounding like a bum, and somebody throws you a bone, which is only going to be temporary. It's not like it's going to take care of you for the rest of your life, but everything is everything now because TikTok is vital for these particular reasons. Shout out to the homeless mom content.
Instead of just truly being annoyed with it. There are even some people accusing the moms of faking their stories so they can get money.
Oh, no, that never happens. Oh, no. Shout out to the brick lady. That never happens. You trying to tell me that there may be people who get up on this app or the internet or social media and they lie? I know you effing lying. I know you effing lying. Don't nobody lie on social media, child.
But let me tell you this.
Tell me something.
I'd rather keep the homeless mom content around for the ones who are really struggling than to just give away with it. Because
so as soon as the romance scams come through, all of a sudden you blame the scammer, even though the romancee was willingly giving everything to the romancer. But in this case, it's different. Got it, sis.
Someone is faking. Because there is someone who is really coming on here struggling, crying, and on their last leg. Do not have anyone to call but the people online. Honestly.
Wow, imagine having nothing but TikTok as your savior. Wow. Pretty bad. Oh, that's funny. Sympathy. Shout out to you, boo.
See, like TikTok is truly a savior. I feel
TikTok is truly a savior. What does the Lord feel about that? TikTok is your savior.
Truth is that way. And I'm not someone who comes from struggle, but when I see people on this app crying for Pampers, for food.
Crying for Pampers? What the hell?
For utility bill.
For utility bills and Pampers and food?
I could never be mad at that. I will.
You don't have to be mad at that, but that don't mean that everybody else got to be happy about it or want to see it or want to give to it.
Never be mad that a mom comes on here crying, asking for you to buy her hairbands. And the people...
Wait a minute. Now the mom is coming on here asking you to buy headbands? Where's the necessity for a headband? Child, y'all ain't doing the right thing. If y'all don't come over here in SYCBM and buy these people headbands and food and Pampers and everything else she said.
People decide to buy them. You don't have to buy it. If you don't like it, scroll.
Oh, now you trying to tell me to scroll the fuck up? I will never scroll the fuck up. This is content, girl.
But the ones who have a big heart like me, we are going to continue to support it. Okay?
Are y'all going to support the homeless mom content, y'all? Do y'all want me to keep bringing you the homeless mom content? That probably is the better question. Do y'all want me to bring the homeless mom content? Okay.
Because you don't know who's lying and who's not. Okay. But the person that you are accusing could be the one that's really struggling. And you are bypassing their content because you are judging them. So no, we are going to keep the homeless mom content here. Okay. Because we could honestly save a life.
How to save a life. Shout out to Grey's Anatomy and RBN. thank you so much. How generous of you. What is going on? Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
From the boss too. We gonna hook you up. We gonna make sure you get that backstreet fun.
Yeah.
You got a couple of kids. You don't have no job. Yeah. Don't worry about it, little girl. That's my job. Yeah. Come and buy your taxes. I'm S. What the what? What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside. And that's on who? Man had a little lamb. Okay.
Hey, we see where the money reside with med school. Thank you so much. That is incredibly generous of you, hun. Thank you. He said down payment on the new Messy podcast set. Now that I don't have the screen, I'm gonna have to put some stuff up here. Yes, I'm definitely gonna work on it. Thank you so much for getting me started. I definitely gotta think of that thing. So y'all, it's gonna be a mess. Okay, don't worry. I'm gonna get it. And it's gonna be a mess. Whatever I put on here, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a mess. I'm telling y'all that in advance. And I'm gonna use this 100 to buy the first item, and that's going to be it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, RBN, also known as Med School. Y'all, shout out to everyone that made it, because that's it. Yeah, we made it to the end, okay? It's been, oh shit, y'all. It's been 2.5 hours. I would have been off if Trent was on, but it looks like he's taking a break tonight. So shout out to y'all for hanging in there. I appreciate you. Shout out to all of y'all that donated tonight and hung out and was here. Look. This thing just died just in time. That hung out tonight, that commented. Thank you so much. Shout out to CDT Beats, who became a member earlier today. Shout out to all of y'all that was here earlier today for that foolishness. If you didn't see it, please make sure you go ahead and watch that. That would be your homework. Make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe, of course. Subscribe. We are at 40K, moving on to 50 and beyond. And I appreciate every single last one of y'all's help. Let me see what we gonna go out on. Trent is in Kofa's chat right now, Messy. Yeah, well, regardless, I was definitely going over to Kofa anyway, because I wanted to see his show and I'm on Team Replay. But thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you so much, RBM, for all of your support as always. I appreciate y'all. Back tomorrow for lunch. I don't know what it's going to be, but we're definitely doing lunch tomorrow. So make sure y'all come through. Hit the like button for me if you have not. I appreciate y'all. I see you all in the next one.
Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce. Party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Party with Beyonce. Carry on. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Hold up. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Party with Beyonce. Beyonce.